Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We are beginning the next session. Will is wrapping up his verbal recap now. Here's your recap. I'll make Ebony got Dawn to participate the top line, so go ahead and pause. And pause. There's your recap. Will is currently describing this set of lines, so there's your recap.
It's happening.
There we go.
It was taken her people will say. And she vowed for some vengeance, really for justice, as she would see it. As a treat, says, yeah. So yeah, who knows? That's just a little treat. Little background. Little nothing to foreshadow, or who knows. It all depends on the actual. So, yeah, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. So
Yeah,
here
it's
we
fine.
are. It's fine. All right. So y'all are on your way to the carousel. Choice. Who doesn't love a carousel? So, if we're, I don't know if we're on the internet yet.
We are.
Oh, cool! I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Good reference.
Ooh, okay. Right. And without further ado, yeah, I was prepared. I appreciated or at least I was a little more prepared, perhaps. So, you make your way out of the feasting orchard, right across the avenue, we'll say, to the carousel.
Damn it! You're so fast!
Yeah. That's so good. Love it. So, as you look across to the carousel and you approach, you see the procession of wooden unicorns standing motionless on a circular wooden platform. Fairgoers are clambering onto the unicorns' backs, and then you see a female centaur setting the ride in motion. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, cantering around the carousel to the delight of their riders. Quite. But
Just what I
yes,
figured.
you would know that the operator of this particular ride goes by the name Diana Cloppington.
Good name.
Excellent. I will picture of her.
Now, don't accidentally click and get rid of it,
Yeah,
Draco.
coming as soon as I find it. All right, here it comes.
Oh,
Wow.
oh my gosh, I love her.
Diana Cloppington. Yes,
I
spelled.
do
You got it.
find
You're
them.
very good at spelling these nonsense names. Yes, Diana Cloppington.
Braids with the ribbon in them. Oh my gosh, she's amazing.
So,
Why didn't I get a pop?
what's that?
I didn't get a pop with her.
You didn't? What?
Mm-mm.
Try again. Better?
Nope.
No?
Well, that's annoying.
Mm-mm.
Are you
got
in
it.
the
I need
same?
to leave.
I'll throw her in the Discord
What?
as well, just so that it's
I don't see
available.
your names here.
Come on. There we go.
Well, I'm looking at everybody. Maybe I'll just leave and come back
I
from the
wonder if
roll
it's
20.
Yeah.
because I don't see why. Well, I mean, I guess it could. Who knows?
I
Anyway,
don't have different versions of Wild Beyond the Witchlight,
She's amazing.
but sometimes roll 20 gets silly.
it does.
I'm back.
All right, pop her
Okay.
again, see if Snaps can see it.
Snaps.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What
Aggie.
happens? There we go. Try again.
Here she is.
There
Okay.
she is.
Aggie's fixed.
Hello.
She's fixed.
Okay. So, as the ride is starting up for its current batch of riders, you approach Diana, who you would know. Just went to the and she would greet you and just so, oh, hi Aggie, hi Dawn, hi Stripes.
Does she look
Hey,
worried?
Diana. Yeah, she
Give
looks
me
worried in her picture.
um, who has the highest passive?
Passive insight.
Is it insight?
Yes, passive insight.
Mine's
Probably not
14.
me. 11.
I'll
Mine's
try to
11.
Yeah, mine's 14.
14. Dawn might win 12. Okay,
What?
Dawn. Yeah, Dawn. You can detect some sadness in her eyes.
It's sadness, not worry.
Sadness.
How you doing there?
Oh, well, it's a normal night. It's a little strange tonight. I think, as you guys might have heard, right?
Is
But
the
you
You
know,
mean the Kenku?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's trouble. It hasn't bothered me yet. I've just been kind of on edge because I just don't want that whoever that is messing with her. So you know, I just want to make sure it's in good order. Everyone seems to love it. Everyone loves the unicorns and whatnot. You know, maybe someday they'll have one of a like a centaur or something as you can ride on. I mean, and you would know probably because especially you, Aggie, because you're so close to this. But Don, if you're between Aggie and Don, I think you guys work. I don't know if you work on this side more often or not, but
Yeah,
uh,
I'm over by I work with the dragonflies.
right. I think depending on how much exposure you have to Diana Stripes, you might know this as well. But Diana, if anyone refers to Diana as as a centaur, she often corrects people depending on the situation as she's just a human who made
Mm.
And who made a bad
a
deal?
bad deal. Yeah,
Do we
she
know
just
who she made a bad deal with?
she never gotten into details of
Okay.
she just kind of plays it off usually a little with more humor than but today she's just looking a little sad and says what's you got the night off what's going on
Technically, yes, we have the night off. But
technically.
well, this whole troublemaker situation, even though we're technically having a PTO day, and we got our, PTO tickets and everything, but we're entertaining some guests, and I gesture to Cormac and Ebony. But this whole troublemaker situation, it's hard to ignore, and so although I'm not technically working, we're keeping our eye open and see what we can see. Got to be
Oh well,
helpful.
that's oh did Mr. Witch and Mr. Light put you up to that?
Well, they put us all up to it, don't they? We're all
Well, yeah,
responsible
but I
for.
mean, are you like is that why you have the night off? Is to like be security?
I don't know how to answer that question, DM.
Well, we've been an above table. We haven't exactly been secretive about this with other hands,
Right.
Yeah,
um, about looking for the Bay crossing. So I don't see any reason not to
fill her in.
ask her about it. Yeah.
So what do you ask exactly? Do you just kind of mention the whole
Ah,
you're looking for the fake crossing
We're
kind of thing?
yeah, we're actually investigating some. Apparently, there's been some disturbing things happening around the carnival. Things going missing.
People going
Um,
missing.
yeah, it was strange portals opening up.
That's oh wow. That's a lot. Just be careful. You know, that's
Have you
not that's a little like how I got to. You know, I don't really tell people about this, but you know, well, once upon a time, uh, I'm from Prismere actually. I've actually come here from Um,
Mm.
but before that, before I came, before Mr. Light was kind enough to give me a job, I lived there, and I had my horse that I love dearly. Uh, you know, one day, I I I I I had lost my horse. It was somebody who was more like a war horse, if I'm honest. But after one battle, I had been separated, and I consulted with a hag that they would reunite me with my horse. And well, she kind of gestures to her body. This is her way of making good with that promise. So you have to
Oh,
always be careful if you are searching for uh, to go. Are you? I assume you're trying to go to Prismere. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Well, like I
Mm.
said, just be careful.
you remember
And
how you got here?
yeah. I came here because after I was turned into this um I kind of felt like I didn't belong anymore, and people who knew me wouldn't understand, and so if they learned I had done what I had done, they probably wouldn't have welcomed me back anyways. So decided to just I decided to just come here. I befriended Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and they made a home for me here. Yeah.
So 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 this so you started off in Prismere and then got here. Do you remember physically how you got from there to here?
Oh well, boy. And she's thinking for a second. Is it, I think might have just stumbled to the Palma Carnival when I was there. I don't know if I actually like went through a portal. I don't think I could help you at least in terms of the Fey crossing you're looking for. I don't think I came through like a portal per se. I think I stumbled upon the carnival when I happened to be in on that side because I don't remember going through like a doorway or anything or a hole in the ground or
Mm.
any other thing.
Mm.
But
Can
Well,
you tell me more about? I'm sorry to press for personal information, but can you tell me any more about this? Uh, you said hag.
yeah, um, well,
I mean, was she a hag or like a witch?
oh, she was most definitely a hag, and you can tell she's like, there's a roll me a well here, do a quick insight check to see if
Um,
you're picking
Insight is +4.
+4. Yeah, you're kind of sensing she's being careful with her words. She's like, yeah, there's this hag. over on the other side in Prismere, and like as she's talking, and well, she lives, and like as she like starts talking about like the hag a little bit more beyond just naming a hag, she retches and she coughs into her hands, and there's this glob of brown tree sap that she just coughed up, and she's just like, "Oh, I shouldn't be talking about it."
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you injured? Do I need to
Oh, no, 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 no. I just certain conditions prevent me from talking about certain things, and sometimes I forget what I can't say. I'm sorry.
conditions like what happened with your horse?
Well, I mean, I can talk about that, but if I go into too much detail, weird things happen.
I'm so
And then,
confused.
and then she kind of like contemplates. She snaps her fingers. She's like, if I can't tell you something, no, I know something that will work. She's like, but we have to act quickly. And you'll notice that the ride is like coming to to a stall, to a stop, and all the riders are getting
Mhm.
off. And then she reaches down, she like flips over a sign on the little podium and just says, down for maintenance, be back soon. And she's like, okay, listen, listen, I can't tell you much, but the unicorns can. You got to speak to the unicorns. She points over to the wooden unicorns on the ride, but you got to earn their trust first. And she reaches down into the podium that she has, and she gives each of you a clay pot of gold paint and some paintbrushes. And I can keep it down for essential repairs. No one's gonna really bat an eye about that. That happens sometimes. But you're you're gonna have to go, um, repair their name. I guess is the best way to put it. Each unicorn has a pair of names. Um, and well, if you're able to complete their name properly, we'll let you ride on them for to test it out. Uh, but they'll if you've earned their trust, they'll talk to you. They might tell you something that I can't realize it for what it's worth.
Okay. Gold paint, repair the names, talk to the wooden unicorns.
Their names are painted on them?
So, yeah, so there are the carousel's 8 unicorns ride in pairs, and each unicorn wears a name tag on its bridle. And some of the names are illegible. They're indecipherable for you to just wear and tear. Um, and you'll you'll notice that there's a pairing that each of the pairs of unicorns have a theme or a pattern. Is the best way to put it. So who would like to approach one of these pairs first?
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta have your mic on.
Okay. Um, do I notice that any of the pairs actually have a full complete name, or do all of them have one that's missing?
Um, I will say for the sake of this, like, actually, you roll it. Give me a luck check. Just roll straight d20.
13.
13. Let's see. One of the names um is mostly intact, and one of the words, the word the words on the left one is picture, and that one's clear. And then
Wait, the name is picture or the name?
the name of the left unicorn is picture, and the name of the one that has worn out, but it's not as worn out. When you look at it, you can kind of make out that's looks like the word words is there. It's faint. It's not. It's on its way to being deciphered, but it's still pretty decipherable.
Okay. Ebony would walk up to one of the ones that is most definitively worn, then I guess.
Okay.
Just keeping in mind the picture word thing.
Yep. So the left unicorn, when you walk up to Ebony, one of the pairs is the left unicorn says book. Just type it. Book is the first name, and the second one and see is C, and then it just the words become indecipherable. Book, yep. Book, and then you just see a C, and then everything else is like smudged out and worn. Okay. Who else would like to approach a unicorn?
I'll look at one.
Aggie, you go up to one and you see the word bird, and then you see a W on the right. Bird on the left, W is the one smudged out after the W.
Take one.
Dawn, you have the word reap, R-E-A-P, and then the second word starts with an S, you can tell, and smudges out after that. Okay. And who else is next? We have Stripes and we have Cormac still.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Stripes is definitely distracted by the hair. Will probably be the last one to be like, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to be doing something."
Yeah. You can
Stripes
arts
was
and crafts.
apparently batting at her hair.
Yeah. And Diana's just sort of like just rolling her eyes, like semi-normal. Let's see.
It's
Stripes.
expected behavior from that little guy.
Yeah, Stripes. Your left unicorn says sight, and the second one starts with an M. Smudges that after.
I don't know what that one is.
Then Cormac. Assuming you want to engage in some arts and crafts.
Yes.
Right. Cormac. Your left unicorn says gain, and the second one just has a P and smudges out. So
Is that all 8 of them?
that's the 5 that you step in.
Didn't you say there were 8 unicorns? Or 8
I
pairs?
did say there were 8. I gave you kind of one
Okay.
that was probably not in need of repair.
Got it. So the others are probably all okay. It's just these ones need
I'll say
figuring
for the sake of purposes, these are the 5 that need most.
Ooh, sight and mind. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I like that.
I have no idea what gain and P is. But as we're all assessing our unicorns, I'm just gonna take one of the paintbrushes and dip it in the paint. I guess Aggie's holding the paint, or do we each have a bucket of paint?
You each have one. You each have your own little. It's like a small. It's not terribly big.
A
It's
little
enough
pot.
to. Yeah. It's all gold
So
paint.
I'll take one of the paintbrushes and dip it in the pot and very gingerly uh sort of bow in front of the unicorn hair and treat them as though they are currently alive and active, even though they're standing stock still and wooden right now?
Yep, right now they are completely solid.
So I'm going to treat them as though they're live and active. And I will just say, Reap, it is a pleasure to meet you, and I believe your companion is so. And I will start painting the name.
Okay. Paint. So, just to go down the list, let's see. Who was first here? Aggie, yours. What did I? Which one was yours?
Evie was book with cover.
So you wrote you're painting the word cover on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aggie, yours
Can't
was
judge a book
bird.
by its cover.
Yep. Aggie, yours was bird and
Or worm. Early bird gets the
worm.
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 Okay. Uh, stripes. Yours was sight and what word are you painting in there? Stripes. Lock it in.
Mind.
Mind
Yeah.
and Cormac. Gain and
Hmm. It makes sense that you gave the objectively stupidest character the hardest one, because I am struggling.
No pain, no
No,
gain.
no pain, no gain.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
right. So you lock it in pain.
Yes, I am.
Okay. When you're all finished after a couple of minutes here of thinking and painting, you paint your names of your unicorns on there. Your Diana suggests writing on the one that you painted. The names to finish the names. And she just says, "Okay, just a minute, folks. We're just gonna test out after the repairs have just been completed." And she just kind of nods and kind of kickstarts the ride here. Um, so this is a ride for free. There's no punching at all of the ticket. Uh, so, uh, 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 so as the music kicks up and the unicorns start to kind of get to life, um, all of you will individually hear a voice in your head that seems to come in. Yeah, it's telepathically. It's you can hear these voices in your heads. Um, you don't get the sense that there's no bucking or any negative reaction. So it seems like all of you were correct.
Woohoo!
Okay, so you'll have to consult some notes here. There we go. Okay, let's see. Who do we begin with? Let's start with
Aggie. Aggie was the
um,
first one to approach them.
yeah. Let's start with Aggie. Okay. Uh, let's see. I'm to the voice of the unicorn is like, "Hey there, thanks for fixing my name. I'm Worm.
Put a pat on its neck. Hi, worm.
Did you know that thing that you lost was taken, Bavlorna Lightstraw?"
Okay, you're going to have to say that again. Your mic cut out. What was that?
Sorry,
Thing
yeah,
I
I'm gonna.
lost
I
was
noticed that
taken by
happens too.
something
Did you
white
know?
straw.
Yeah, Did you know that the thing that you lost was taken by Bavlorna Blightstraw? Let me check my level. My is not what it
I
should
think
be.
I heard this name.
Testing. Testing. Oh yeah, wow. Not nearly as good as it should be. So, Bavlorna Blightstraw is what it. Yes, that's the word I was trying to say.
Okay.
Let's see. What else would you learn? Just want to roll on something here. Just
I am leaning forward and asking Worm, what am I missing? What did I lose? What was taken from me? Thing that I lost was taken.
um. It would Worms was like, you really don't ever feel like you're hungry for that answer.
Well, I just found out tonight that there's something missing.
And never found it weird how you feel about it. About what trying to be quizzical about this, but how often do people tell you you have to eat something?
I mean, it's busy around here.
Don't I know it? Anyway. Oh, and your patron, Zabilna. Zabilna of Prismere.
Yeah, and I'm leaning back in.
She's 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 f- she's frozen in time.
Got so wrapped up in the story, I forgot I should be taking notes. Blah, blah, blah.
Luckily, there'll be video and audio evidence of this, as long as my microphone picks up things. Is it better? I did change the sensitivity.
Yes.
Okay. That's all, and then it just sort of goes back to being a friendly animated unicorn. Actually, it will say to actually I'm missing a couple of things of information for you. Uh, about Bavlorna. Her lair is a rambling cottage on stilts in a fey swamp.
It's in a face swamp.
Okay.
Is that who made a deal with Diana?
Unknown. Shall we move on?
Aggie's like leaning forward with her arms around the neck of this unicorn, like whispering up in its ear.
Like, give me more. At this point, that is all the information you're going to extract from this unicorn. Ebony, why don't we do you next? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Ebony, what was your name that you did?
Cover.
Cover. You're gonna hear a voice in your head. Psst. Hey, listen.
Listening.
Did you know that you lost something?
I instantly start patting pockets.
No, 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 no. It was a long time ago, before you went to the Fey, to Prismere.
Wait, what?
Exactly. You're always coming up short.
But I've never been to prison.
Well, you'll be very shocked to find out that you have. You've been there quite a while. But the thing that you were
You would have
that was
remembered that.
yeah, well,
If
That's
you say
because
I've been there a while, I would have remembered.
maybe one day you will. But if you want to find the thing that you lost, you gotta find Endelyn Moongrave.
But you said I lost something, so where do I find it?
Find Endelyn Moongrave. You're good at the spellings. Perfect.
That hooked
Who's
on
this?
phonics.
Who's that?
She's the one. The hag that you seek has foreseen her own death, which happens during an eclipse.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
But where do I find this hag?
on a mountaintop theater.
You know where that is?
Prismeer.
Ugh, how does one get to Prismeer?
Spoilers. And it goes silent. Moving along. Who's next? Why don't we do Donald? Yeah, we'll do Don.
Okay.
Okay. Yours was so okay. A unicorn pig. Get it, Sal? Eh, hey. And, it's gonna be like, hey.
Well, A to you too.
And
May I have permission to ride?
consent is absolutely appreciated, and yes, you absolutely may, my dear.
I will hop on.
So, word on the street is you, young lady, can't seem to
Oh, generous.
get the same kind of thing from your book. You keep asking about your book and what people are saying about your book and what they think about your book, right?
Um, yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird. It feels off. Like you should know something, right?
Well, yeah, it used to make a lot more sense.
Yeah, well, you know who did that to you?
Well, I just the things are the way things are. You
No,
know,
no, someone took that from you. She goes
I
by the
don't.
name Scabatha Nightshade.
HTSHADE. I, and I haven't heard the other
Close.
conversations, so I'm
Nope.
like befuddled. What do you mean? I've never heard of that person. How could they make my understanding be wrong or broke broken? What? I don't
She
understand.
she's one of three hags that have seized control of Zabilna's domain of Prismia and split it among the three of them. Together, these hags form what's called the Hourglass Coven. And what's funny is the funny thing about Scabatha, get this right, get this. She sleeps in a dollhouse and she can't remember the first creature she sees when she wakes up. Isn't that weird?
Every day.
Every day.
I'm sure that's useful somehow. Do you think if I find this dollhouse that I could get her to give it back?
Um, maybe, but you gotta go find her in the dead, hollowed out tree she lives in a forest.
And you say she and her um coven have taken over Prismeer, so where's Zabilna? Isn't there somebody named Zabilna is she okay? Do you know who Zabilna is?
That I don't know, unfortunately, but I didn't hear any rumors about that.
This tree and forest is in Prismeer?
Yep.
You don't happen to know how to get there, do you?
Nope. Best of luck.
Do you want to hear what my book has to say right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, give me a sec. And she digs her book out because, Okay, here we go. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, maybe it makes sense to you. You are fiction to the selves who took other paths and choices. They are a fiction to you. You've got a lot to learn from each other.
I'll be honest. I just work here. I'm a unicorn. I don't really know what fiction is. Everything's kind of weird.
Oh,
But is that
okay.
like we're all made up to each other, and we
I,
have to learn how to determine
I,
what's real?
I wish I could answer that.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
you
share it with the others and see if
go
they can
go find
make
that
sense of
nightshade
it.
lady, and you might be able to figure it out for yourself.
Oh, yeah, maybe she could tell us.
Um,
Wait,
maybe,
Nightshade
maybe.
lady. Okay, maybe yeah, okay, I got to find that lady and she'll
Yeah, yeah.
hag doesn't sound good though.
Well,
Okay.
they
Okay.
have a reputation.
Sal, so you're amazing.
Oh, no, you're the one who's amazing.
I'm I'm going to check your names every week and make sure they stay pristine.
Much obliged. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for helping me.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Okay.
Bye. I gotta go now.
Okay,
Unicorn
bye.
things. All right. Stripes. Stripes, stripes, stripes.
Yep.
Okay, mind. Um, hello there. No, I'm the voice in your head. Don't go looking around. Don't look around. Don't look around. I'm in your
What?
head. I'm in your head.
Oh,
Focus.
oh,
Focus. Of course I got you. Of course. Focus.
yes.
Yes.
And he's
Hi.
talking out loud to the unicorn.
I'm the unicorn you're riding right now, but I'm talking to you in your mind. So don't look to see if my lips are moving. They're not.
Okay.
Okay? Listen. I know this is going to sound like a lot, but I'd ask you to write it down if you could, but we both know that that's not going to work for you.
It's not?
No, I don't think it will. But if
Oh,
you
because I
ever
don't have
wanted
anything to
that,
write with. Yeah.
yes, I'm sure that's exactly what I mean. Uh, but if you could write things down, perhaps the only way you would ever find out is by finding somebody who goes by the name Bavlorna Blightstraw when you do make your way to Prismere.
Oh, Prismeer. Yeah. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to
Yes,
get there. Do you
yes.
know how to get there?
No. You're gonna have to find that out for yourself. But, but I can tell you that you can find Bavlorna in a rambling cottage on stilts in a face swamp. And, interestingly enough, she's allergic to seeing someone run widdershins. How delightful.
Allergic to seeing somebody do what now?
Run widdershins. Keep up.
Run with their
Run
shins.
widdershins.
Does
You have to look up a
Stripes know what
dictionary.
that means?
I don't know. I just heard it through the grapevine, if you will. But yes. Run with her shins. No. With her shins. You run. It was like a good thing I didn't pick like yeah. Run with the shins. Yeah. No.
Yeah, with the shins.
With the
Right.
shins. No. With her shins. I'll spell it. I feel like I have to. Widder shins. With a W
Wider
and two
shins.
D's.
Okay.
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 Yeah. And yeah. I mean, I'm sure your friends are going to learn some of these things too. You're not alone. But good luck. I don't want to overwhelm you.
You don't know
And
how to get to Prismere.
no, I don't.
All
Okay.
right. Well,
All right.
thanks.
Okay. Cormac.
Yes, sir.
No gain, no pain. Oh, brother. Thanks for riding on me and fixing my name.
You're welcome.
I'm going to lay down some facts for you. Some information that will definitely be helpful in your travels. Turning into somebody else other than Randy Savage.
I absolutely love these unicorns.
Listen to me, brother.
Okay.
You're gonna find somebody over in the Prismere. Someone who puts on plays that would make you cry, but we both know that that's not gonna be possible for you, brother.
I don't follow.
That's okay, one day you will. But oh, listen to me. If you want to find that thing you lost, that thing that you know you should be able to do, that you see so many other people do, you gotta find Endlin Moongrave over in Prismere. She's one of them hags, one of the three. Bavlorna Blightstraw, Scab of the Nightshade, Endlin Moongrave. They splintered Prismere into three realms, hither, thither, and yon. But get this, the Coven is so riddled with distrust that each hag is convinced her sisters are plotting against her. My throat is going to die.
I'm sure. Okay, that's a lot of information at once.
No gain, no pain.
Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
You would not happen to know how to get to Prismere, though, would you?
Oh, I would lay that information down on you if I had it, but I don't.
Everyone here is useless.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm useless now?
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm just annoyed.
You sounds like you got some anger issues to work out, brother.
You have no idea.
Well, go cry
Thank you
about it.
again,
Oh, wait. Sorry, that's a joke.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, maybe that day will change one day. Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
All right. I need
And
to bail.
I will walk away wickedly confused.
As I chug beer to soothe my burn.
As I chug about 15 gallons of fluid to recover from what I just did.
Oh my god. It starts off so easy and easy-going, and then as I get into it, I'm like, oh, uh-oh,
Oh,
uh-oh.
wait.
Vocal cords don't
Maybe, in
like this.
fact, this was a mistake.
Hey, Will, this accent was a big mistake.
Hi, Biscuit.
Oh
I
my
should stick to
god.
these high-pitched voices. They're so much easier. Because I can talk in my nose instead of my throat. Anyway. Whew, okay. Well,
Is that
so
everybody?
with that, the ride comes to a conclusion, and Diana just sort of anxiously awaits your uh, appraisal of the ride. Just says, "Okay, I hope everything was in order. I really do. Did the unicorns were they talkative today? Looking at
Yes.
all 5 of you.
And Dawn's just gonna
Yeah.
go, yes.
Talkative,
Just
but they
nod
make
once
no
real big.
sense.
Well, yeah, unicorns have a way with words, I guess you could say. She just sort of scratches her head and just says, "Well, but well, I hope it helps you at least a little bit. Uh, yeah, just like I said, be
Does the
careful."
name does the name and you don't have to say anything, maybe just nod or shake your head. Does the name Bevlorna Blightstraw mean anything to you?
And Stripe starts nodding.
Uh, she just says she kind of cocks and is like, no, no," but she's getting a little sweaty. No, no.
Okay. Insight?
Uh,
+1.
yeah, +1. Uh, you can tell that she's trying to strike a neutral tone. She's not sure. It's like one of those things where you get she's trying to answer you, but it's like one of those things that no matter what you answer, you're divulging something,
Mm,
and the act of divulging something at all, whether it's in the positive or the negative, is risky.
mhm.
She's gonna puke sap again. You
Well,
said
right
it was
now she seems
sap?
okay, but she's keeping it. She just said no, and she left it at that.
Okay. And that's the only name that Aggie would have, of course, heard, so.
But obviously, Stripes, you would have recognized the name too.
Yeah, Stripes definitely started nodding when Aggie said that.
She just
So
says, "Well, like I said, tread lightly. You don't want to look like me."
I'm afraid maybe we already are in our own way. Maybe.
You're
Aggie
already
doesn't
like
say
me.
anything, but she definitely just crosses her arms and just is very introspective right now. Yeah, something like you.
Okay, well, I'm glad it was helpful. You seem to have learned some things that may be important. So
I can't
Yeah.
tell you how much I appreciate your suggestion.
I'm glad I could be helpful, other than just making sure a ride stays operational.
Right, yes. Okie dokie. I think we need to talk, Aggie.
Yeah, we should maybe go to your bench and then well, I had a thought about the Kenku, but this is more important.
Okay.
Well, I think my bench is probably over by the Dragonfly ride, so why don't we just head that way?
Okay.
Assuming.
Um. Sure. I said so. You head on over to the Dragonfly ride. Let me just make a note here about the time because I think I think you had. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we were starting the hour out. So yeah, I'd say you'd spend a little bit of time at the carousel, not a whole hour. Heading over to the dragonfly rides. Um, as you go towards the area that you would spend your time, Dawn, right?
Yeah.
You recognize the huge lily pads that rest on the surface of a pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. As you get closer, you can see the giant dragonflies using the lily pads as landing platforms. The bzz, that low thrum, that buzzing loudly overhead as wings as brilliant as stained glass windows. Alight briefly and drop off and pick up excited passengers. Um, kind of over by your area, you see a small smiling tree turning your way and beckons you over. You see the little red squirrel clinging to his leafy canopy, peering at you suspiciously. But you would recognize the one that gave you those little welcoming gifts as Northwind and his trusty little squirrel sidekick Red.
Northwind gave us the wishes.
Yeah, he gave you the opportunity to make wishes, I suppose. Yes.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
Red is the one who dispensed them, but he was. That was Northwind was delivering everything, including the things. If you caught them, you might get something as a special. Don't forget you have those things. If you, some of those things were one of you. I think Stripes got it. I don't know if you used it already. Add a D4 to something to a roll. A skill check, I think. But yeah, just kind of taking a break. You see Northwind over there by your little nook, whatever little area that you have as your kind of like your
Where
space.
I go for lunch every day, where
Yeah, your
Aggie and
break.
Stripes show up to eat the food I keep bringing just in case.
Yeah, yeah. So you see, yeah, Northwind is seems to be taking a break over that area too, by the water. Um, and he just says, "Oh, hello there, everybody." Oh, I shouldn't do that. Oh my god, can't do that. Just oh, hi there, everybody. I'm gonna do a deep voice as best as I can. Just
Hey,
taking a break
Northwind.
here by the water. Me and Red here.
Taking a break.
We're just
What have you all been up to? Enjoying the day? Enjoying the night?
Cormac nods.
That's good. That's good.
I think Aggie's just looking bewildered. Not Aggie. Sorry. Dawn is just looking bewildered.
What? What's going on, Don? You don't normally look so bewildered.
I,
That's a
oh,
word I would use.
I I just had a chat with a unicorn.
Oh yeah, over at the carousel. Oh, that's cool. About what? What are you talking to the carousels about?
Uh,
Talking to the unicorns.
well, it seems it's so he he seemed to know some stuff that I didn't know,
Oh,
and
about what?
I think maybe I have curse on me or something.
What?
He told me there was a hag that did something to me.
That's that's terrible, Don.
Do you know what Prismeer is?
Of course. Oh yeah, of course. I know Prismeer. The the Feywild domain.
Uh, yeah. Are you aware there's there's something wrong there?
Huh. Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about something wrong with Prismeer. I'm really not supposed to talk about this, but did you know that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light aren't even the original carnival owners of this place? You know? They're not even from the Feywild. But it doesn't matter an inch. We're all one big happy family here, right?
Right. Wait.
Is Zabilna the original proprietor?
Um, mm, I think would Northwind be able to answer that question? No. Boop, 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 boop. Well, as far as I know, Zabilna's over still in Prismere. I don't know much about the news from Prismere. I just know that Zabilna's there.
He's not choking and coughing.
No.
Ever heard the name of Lorna Blightstraw?
Or Scabatha Nightshade.
Mm, nope. No, I don't know them at all. I just know our carnival here, like the fact that carnival can't run without Mister Witch's pocket watch, which I hope he never loses it. Whew, he'd he'd have a hard time running things. And you know, then there's Mister Light, who likes nothing more than to see us smiling faces. If the carnival's happy, he's happy.
I'm suddenly not feeling very happy.
Oh, but are you why are you all this talk about Prismeer? Why you wanna and these people that over there in Prismeer that you're talking about them light straws or whatever? Uh uh what's all that to you guys? Are you trying to go there?
Apparently the yeah. Yeah, we're trying to get there.
Well, I mean, I don't know any way over there, but I bet Mr. Wish and Mr. Light do. I bet they know how to use a crossing like that. It's got to be here somewhere. And I bet they know how to use it.
Don's gonna
I want to tell
shake
the
the
others more about what I learned, but like
yeah.
not necessarily right in front of Northwind.
Yeah. I'm gonna
He's like,
shake the fog off a little bit and say, "Have you seen the Kenku? You heard about the Kenku? Have you seen the Kenku? Are my dragonflies okay?"
"Oh, your dragonfly's been fine. Just at least I've been here just a little while, just taking a break here with Red. But um, yeah, I've heard about the troublemaker, but I don't know. It haven't bothered me or anyone around me. But you know, well, I should probably get back to work anyway. Deliver some more gifts to the people I missed, perhaps. But well, I do hope you find whatever it is you're looking for, because it's just kind of funny how some things that are lost in this carnival always seem to find their way to the Feywild. You know what I'm saying?
Starting to get the sense of that.
Yeah.
You
Well,
I feel like he knows more than he's saying. +4.
plus 4. Yeah, you would know that Northwind is terrible at keeping secrets. He unless he has like no reason to particularly uh talk about something, he won't necessarily bring up things but because you're talking about the carnival and some of these things around and Prismeer, and he's just kind of doesn't really know much about certain things, but I do know some stuff like this about the history of this place and how it runs, but I don't know how that other place runs. So
Okay,
he
so
was
I'm
being
feeling like
oddly
he's being
transparent.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he just terrible at keeping secrets.
Got it. Thank you.
Now, honestly, he wasn't even whispering all those things he was saying to you. Not really, but he kind of saunters off with Red. Just says, "Oh, enjoy the rest of the night."
Good night, Northwind. You too, Red.
Oh wait, you know I can talk. Aha!
So we're all gonna plant our asses on Dawn's bench and relay what we learned.
Okay. I forget if I gave you a picture of Northwind. Nope, that's not gonna work. So, yeah, what do you talk about? What's the deeds? What's the tea?
Well, I'm gonna spill the beans, just out there. Everything I learned, that there are three hags. Uh, that one of them took something from me, or did something to me, or something, and um, there's a coven, and I got a different name than Aggie did. I got the name Scabatha Nightshade, but it sounds like there's three hags altogether, and I only know about the one. And she sleeps in a dollhouse.
Wait. Somebody, I was not somebody, but Cover told me about a hag, but I don't believe Cover 100%. Like, how do we know they're so trustworthy? Because Cover kept telling me that I've forgotten something or I lost something, and no, I have everything that I can think of about me, and I don't know what he's talking about. And he said that I've been to Prismere before, but I don't think that's true either. And so, how can we know that we can trust him and what he was saying and about about uh Endelyn Moongrove and and whatever she did or took from me, or not? I just don't know.
They're unicorns, dear.
As
Like
if
that
that answers
explains
everything.
it completely.
Well, unicorns, right? Am I right?
Uh-huh.
Unicorns.
And I am to
As far as
assume
I
that.
know, they are like lawful good through and through,
Okay.
right?
Lawful good doesn't mean you don't have bad information.
Shrug.
That
They
hadn't
could have
occurred
good
to me.
Ebony, Fey attorney at
intentions.
law.
They could have good intentions telling us what they think is the truth. We can take it with a grain of salt. Mine told me that Zybilna is apparently frozen in time. And told me that I lost something, and I didn't understand at first, but that doesn't matter.
How is it that we all could have lost something? Like, really?
Wait, we all lost something?
How much do I know about hags?
Well, roll me a history check, I guess. Or Arcana, I suppose. But I guess history would be the most factual.
They're both the same. I'm going to go with history. 9.
9. I would say you have fairly surface level knowledge of hags. They often get
And
confused with
pretty vague.
witches. They tend to operate in groups of 3, though why you know not. But that's about it. I think you would maybe understand they have a reputation for being tricky. They like to make deals with people. But that's about it. Yeah.
Oh, dirty 20 haircut. Z has a zing of clarity.
Z is like, oh my god, they
Got
are
eyes on that. Got
so
eyes on that
magical.
brain
That's the
cell.
squirrel.
Like just like the brain cell got on the treadmill and started working, and uh, stripes, you go into like your mental palace, the single room that it is, and you just happen to know a lot about. It's like your hyperfixation is hags. You just know that they are incredibly magical fey creatures that are extremely selfish, and even though they operate in groups of three in order to maximize their magic, and they're bound to each other magically speaking. Uh, that they tend to still be very much individuals trying to assert their power over their fellow sisters. Um, and from their magic is incredibly powerful in the sense that they can make deals, but that have incredibly powerful outcomes. And the nuances of their magic can be very tricky to understand. Um, as with many Fey magics, they are
Big on the loopholes.
there's loopholes. There's things that are not taken literally. Sometimes taken too literally. It really depends on the intent behind it, which is never ever clear. Yeah, when
Mm.
it's the classic joke of a fake creature asking for your name, and then next thing you know, you
Yeah.
forget what your name is. Sort of like that. Hags have that kind of magical effect where they can do things like take memories. They can sort of steal memories. They can take memories. They can steal things that are physical in nature or not. They can do incredible things, like you saw that apparently Diana used to be human and is now a centaur by force of the magic of a hag. Apparently,
Right.
that's well
Okay.
within
Okay.
their shtick. So they have incredible magic. They are not to be trifled with. Uh, but their magic often can be you can work with it, so to speak. Uh, or knowing what motivates a hag can be half the battle. So yes, trying to think what else with an arcana, like from an arcana perspective, is usually they have weaknesses. Magically speaking, there are some weaknesses that most hags possess. Uh, Sometimes they're as personalized as the to the hag themselves. Um, and I think with who did I explain the Widdershins thing to?
Stripes, I think.
I think it was
Stripe.
Stripes. Yeah.
Yeah, Stripes got the Widdershins.
So Stripes, with your Arcana check, you would realize like, okay, so literally someone running Widdershins would be enough to have some effect on that hag that you could
If Stripes had any
possibly
idea what
exploit.
that meant.
Right. But Arcana, like the Arcana brain's just like, okay, running Widdershins, that might do something magically to the hag, as which is clearly the weakness. It just like I said, the yes, yes, that's exactly what happened. Stripes, maybe I don't want to like sell Stripes short, but maybe like her patron had something to do with that little burst of insight.
I mean, yeah, probably.
You just hear like like it comes in the form of your own thoughts, but maybe there's a voice that just saying, "Stripes, listen, here's all the deets on hags.
Listen, buddy.
Listen,
This
how are you
is
doing,
what's
buddy?
going on.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a lot of information about hags, so just keep up."
Well, during this chat on the bench, if the word Widdershins is questioned, Don is going to be like, yeah, this way round, like a opposite of a clock.
Stripes would probably just like as the brain blast happens, just relay everything that occurs to him in uh think like Lilo and Stitch when he's got his claw on the um record and just tips his head back and so he just
All the
everything pours
all the
out.
sounds came
Yeah.
out.
And he's
So
like,
somebody
yeah,
said
that
we
weird.
all lost something. Who just said that? Which one of us just said that?
Well,
I believe
well,
Ebby said it.
I said that I was told that I lost something, and I know you said that you said something or something.
Well,
It
it was
sounded like a lot
taken,
of us.
and Mister's Witch and Light said we lost something too.
Yeah, and mine was saying that if I could write this down, but I mean, all I had was the paint, and I don't want to paint what he's telling me on him. That wouldn't be very nice.
So my unicorn. So my unicorn, whose name was
Right,
sort of
right.
sort of spelled it out for me that what I have lost has to do with my book and my ability to understand it. I think. Because it used to make more sense to me and now it doesn't, and apparently that's this hag's doing.
You are always
Mm.
asking us about it.
Because, like I said, it used to make more sense and now it doesn't. And then I'll tell them what the book said for today and see if anybody has any idea what that means. And then I'm going to turn. So, Ebony, if it's true, and what you lost is your memory of a time that you went to Prismere?
I It didn't sound like that's what they were talking about. I will say yes. I don't remember ever being to Prismere before, and they mentioned that I had, but it didn't sound like what I lost was related to that.
Do you know what you lost?
No, I didn't know I lost something.
Same here.
But they did say that I spent a lot of time in Prismere, like a lot of time.
How old are you?
That's an
I,
excellent question.
I just asked DM if I actually know how old I am. Because if I don't remember most of my childhood growing up in Prismere,
Aha.
I'd say
because
answer
I
from the
didn't know about
perspective.
that part until he threw that I don't remember that history part. So
You can say you don't know.
not sure. It's been years.
Hmm. But that's not what you think you lost if you lost something.
That's the way cover made it sound. It sounded like I had lost something and that I don't know. Like I'm struggling to even remember what cover said. Um, but
That you're coming up short, I think is what cover said.
But we didn't hear that.
yeah, you guys didn't hear that, but yeah.
Yeah, no. You all
Stripes is
heard
like
Stripes talking to Mind out loud, though.
Stripes is in the future watching the YouTube video and being like, ah, this is what it said.
So at this point, Dawn is like hyper focused on I've lost something and I now gather that it has been lost. And it's been spelled out for me by this unicorn, right?
Yeah, it was taken from you, stolen. You lost it, however you want to
And
take it.
it's been defined by this unicorn. Like I get
Um,
it.
yeah, yeah. There's clarity around the
Okay.
thing that has been bothering you that you have never quite been able to put your finger on. There is maybe like some clarity around that now.
And so all Dawn can think about is okay, this is a thing that has happened, and there's some suggestion that the rest of these people have experienced the same kind of thing. and Don wants to identify the things, like
Sure.
hyper focused on the missing things.
Okay.
So I'm going to press anybody else in the group who hasn't said what they learned from their unicorn about something they lost. I'm going to push and see if they can identify and define, in case there's some sort of commonality among them.
Maggie is standing there with her arms crossed and her shoulders like scrunched in. And if no one else is going to speak up, and Dawn is pressing,
Yeah, I'd apologize for sounding mom-like, but I really want to
Yeah.
know.
it's clear that Aggie knows something and she's just being defensive about it.
Yeah. Gimme,
Because I
gimme,
think
gimme.
my unicorn laid it out pretty well enough.
How actually? I've never looked at them.
Aggie's
I haven't looked at them in a while. How smart am I? Not. Okay.
how smart am I not?
Well,
I did ask in the chat, but we're doing a lot of talking in the chat. It was worth asking before we left the carousel when Stripes, takes a look at Mind when they go to leave. Is Mind legible where he painted it? Or is it just squiggly?
that's you know what? That's an excellent question. I think yours would look like you were painting a picture of the word more so than anything.
Okay.
So, like, Stripes painted a picture of a brain.
Not necessarily that in that sense. You were drawing the letters. Is the best way to painting it is not the same as is the same thing as what you've lost. Put it that way.
Okay.
I'll separate the two out because yeah, otherwise that's a huge. I'd say it's different when you're like you have a picture in your mind and you're just replicating it with paint.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Mm,
Okay, players Wiggin. I gotta know what these lost things are.
Yeah,
Mine is my
I
book.
assume you're pressing Aggie.
Yeah, I'm pressing everybody. I want a list. So I lost my ability to understand what's in my book
Oh.
or interpret what's in my book.
Yeah, it's totally if your character doesn't really understand it fully. Like I said, you would have emerged a little bit clearer about it from this. It was a little more cryptic than I think I was intending it for it to be. But your characters probably would have noticed what it is and would have at least an inkling as to what it is that's affecting you, or what it is that was taken from you.
Yeah.
Even if it's not specific, generally speaking, uh, you would have a fairly good idea. Yeah, like I guess I didn't mean for it to be too quizzical, too cryptic. Like I said, and there's always been in the back of your mind that there's something missing from your like. There's always been this thing that you can never quite put your finger on that is wrong with you. That something is used to be and now it's not, and now you were given kind of like a hint, a pretty big hint, if not outright, just kind of because some things are harder to hint at. Uh,
Mhm.
but you would have been maybe a light bulb moment for you all individually that something about my blank is was taken from me, even if it was in vague terms, like something about my blank was taken. So You could be as vague as you want, or you could be as specific as you want. But I'd say you'd have a pretty clear idea. I'll leave it up to you to decide how clear you would be.
As far as Stripes' responses to Dawn, it's pretty much just mind kept saying that he said something about telling me to write something down, but I couldn't write anything down, and because I didn't have paper or anything to write with, it would have been I would have had to paint it on him, and then I can't just carry him around the whole carnival and through Prismeer. That wouldn't work. So I guess that's what he was talking about.
That you don't have paper?
Stripes can never have paper.
Stripes can never carry paper.
Lost the ability to pick.
Okay, Stripes, here you go. I'm going to pull some paper out of my pack. Write this down. I'm going to give him a pencil.
Okay, write what
Write
down?
this down. Write down 3 hags.
Okay,
And then the names are,
okay.
I've forgotten one of the names, but what are their names? Scab something. What I've forgotten mine already. Scabbatha Nightshade.
Okay, and he's scribbling away as you tell him to.
Okay, and I'm looking at the piece of paper real close like. What's on the piece of paper?
I'll show you.
Oh dear.
Okay. Okay. What's that look like to you, Stripes? Did you write it?
Yeah.
What does that say?
Clearly.
Yeah,
That's
I wrote
exactly what you
what you
wrote.
told me.
Right. Okay. So,
And
that's
he's like,
not
he'll,
what
he'll
that
drag
says.
his finger across it and say out loud what you told him to write as he's dragging his finger across all these scribbles.
And I'll take the piece of paper back and I'll write 3 hags, Scabbatha, Nightshade, and show him that what I wrote doesn't look like what he wrote.
I mean, looks the same to you. Stripes. It's exactly what you
Oh,
wrote.
it looks the same?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
it's it,
it's yeah.
I mean, your
Yeah.
handwriting
Okay.
is really
Yeah.
pretty,
Hers definitely
but
neater than yours. Definitely neater. But
you
But
definitely write neater than I do. I think that's just because I get distracted, so I'll start writing and then get distracted, and so my writing gets a little messy. But it's the same thing.
okay, so I will help Stripes understand what's wrong with Stripes.
yeah.
Who's next? Come on, we got to figure this out. What Cormac? What did your unicorn tell you?
Mine mentioned the hag Endelyn, what's her face, whose name currently escapes the player who is portraying me, Endelyn Moongrave.
Endelyn Moongrave.
Um, as I pulled up my notepad, and then kept making jokes about crying, I think, or sadness, one of the two.
Do you cry a lot?
Not in a very long time though. And then he genuinely puts thought into that question for the first time in ever. With 10 intelligence, would I be able to recall the last time I cried?
Give me a history check.
Sure. That'll go swimmingly with my 10 intelligence. Here we go.
Watch, she's gonna roll a natural fucking 20.
Nope. 14.
No, 14.
14. I would say it's enough of a recollection that you counting back several years can tell with certainty that you have never cried a drop.
Interesting, he says, having known that information. You know?
Have any of us ever seen him laugh? And I'm looking at the rest of them. Does
Yes.
he laugh? Has anybody seen him laugh?
I've definitely chuckled at some of your
Okay. Okay.
things out of a book before.
Okay. Good. 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 Oh, so it's just crying.
Yeah,
Y-
yeah. As far
So
as I
you
can
don't.
recall, no.
There's been
My
no. Do you feel sad, or is sad just not a thing?
I've felt sad plenty of times. It's not uncommon. It's
I'd say with a 14, you have been sad.
yeah.
Okay.
Sadness
So
is
it's
just a
literally the act of crying.
yeah. Seemingly, I have not done that in years.
There
Yeah, I'm
was
not
that
seeing
time that
any kind of parallels.
your favorite, you know, axe handle was broken. You know, that was a pretty sad day.
Yeah. I live in a forest. Animals die around me all the time, and I just haven't cried anything about it in the past. He says, suddenly realizing that I've dropped the accent. My bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna do it. I swear to God.
So I'm not finding commonalities in these things. Aggie, you gotta help me out, girl.
She's starving for information.
He's gonna. Mm. She's gonna reach into her pocket and pull out a little hand pie that she got at the feasting orchard that has 2 bites eaten out of it, and it is the only food she has touched tonight. She's gonna look at Dawn and just say, "I'm not hungry." And Dawn has heard those words from her over and over again over the last 14 years.
Just simply don't feel hungry.
She just shrugs. Just not hungry. I'm never hungry.
Huh. You like food. You like the taste of the food. You just don't feel hungry.
I
Because I've
mean,
been force feeding you for years. I'm starting to feel bad about it.
isn't I mean, it just kind of is. It's kind of something I have to do, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, like eating is a chore, right?
Yeah, it's like a sensory experience that I just don't enjoy, I guess. Like some things I
Yeah.
guess taste good, some
I
things I
mean,
guess taste bad.
I
Eh,
guess you could theoretically enjoy eating. It's just it's not something
yeah,
you do out of a certain biological imperative.
yeah,
Hmm.
That if you didn't do it, you wouldn't notice that you hadn't done it.
yeah.
But if you wanted to house a set of your favorite turkey legs, you could if you wanted to. You could just wouldn't satiate you, but then there's nothing to sate either.
No.
Hmm. Hungry.
Sounds like hell, honestly.
Hmm. For someone who loves
And
food,
Yeah, yeah. That was like, oh, you said you're like, oh wow, like oof, oof, oof. I mean, all of your choices were interesting in their own rights, but oof. Anyway,
so I guess we kind of have a clear understanding of everybody except Ebony.
seems
And
that way.
they don't seem to be connected in any way. It's not like we all got messed with the same way.
In the telling of the stories of everybody else's experience with the unicorns,
Yeah.
would it be apparent to Ebony that there's always been this like tongue-in-cheek comment or hint about what is going on? or would that have gone over her head?
Tongue in cheek.
So Cover said very tongue in cheek about how she always comes up short.
Oh, yeah. That's
Would
sort of,
Ebony have picked up from listening to the others' experiences about, or their conversations with the unicorns, that other things might have, like this was more informative than cryptic? If that makes sense.
It was sort of like an inside joke that you didn't realize was an inside joke.
I get that. I'm asking,
Yeah,
does Ebony realize that?
I think Ebony would, after talking to everybody and hearing what their unicorns joked about or talked about or referenced, I think it would be safe to say Ebony would probably put enough together to guess that I had, maybe without being specific, that the comment.
With my, would you 15 wisdom / intelligence?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you would be able to put two and two together that
Okay.
the specific joke comment
So
was something to do with what you lost.
okay. So Ebony then would have kind of just said, well, Cover did say something very strange, and I kind of just brushed it off because there's always, short jokes when you're my size. But he did say that I was always coming up short.
How many
But I
halflings
don't
have I known?
understand
Is
how.
she unusually short?
Well,
Hold on.
for her particular,
I'm 34 inches tall, so just shy of 3 feet.
which for a halfling,
I don't know.
halflings are averaging around 3 feet. So for
So
a halfling,
she's
yeah, it's normal.
average
So
height for
I'm
a
a
halfling.
average height for a halfling.
Yeah, for a halfling, she's fine.
And she appears to be a halfling?
Roll me a, I don't know, medicine check.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be. Medicine check, a perception check, investigation. I don't know. How do you?
To 18.
Are there furry feet?
I mean, she's got all of the standing in front of you. Ebony appears to look all the part of a halfling.
I am so befuddled.
Short.
Something about short. Okay, coming up short could mean physical stature, but it could also mean like failing at things. Do you have a lot of failure in your life?
Don't even get me started.
What? What? Speak up, little guy. What do you got to say about that?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh,
Boss is pretty competent at what she does.
oh.
Popcorn,
What?
you've known me for how long?
Since I can remember being able to talk.
Have I ever grown?
Mm, He's going to jump off of you onto whoever is willing to receive him.
He's an
Whoever
animal. He would go for Aggie.
he's gonna just make a flying leap off of Ebony's head at Aggie and spread his little sugar glider flaps out and glide over to Aggie. It'd be just like permission to
Ooh.
come aboard.
Yep, and I'll hold out my hand and then kind of hold him up so he can get a good look at the
And
boss.
he's gonna just kind of sit back on his haunches and kind of put his little hand on his chin. He's just gonna be like squinting, puts his thumb out, like kind of like looks. Nah, you've always been this height, and I've known you a long time, boss. since you were like a little kid.
How can somebody lose? I am so confused. That's not something that can be lost, though, right?
Uh, boss,
The
where we're
ability
from,
to get taller? We think that's what's happened?
Just your height?
I don't feel like I've been unusually unlucky, unless you count the fact that I've got a big old gaping hole in my memory right now about stuff. But
Does
Popcorn
you to be
says that,
unlucky?
Short with your memory?
but I've known, I can't, I can't remember a time without pop.
well, take it from me. I'm the expert on boss, and I can tell you that ever since she was a little kid, she's always been the same height.
So it's got something to do with growth, physical growth. Hmm. Well, I'm not seeing
Why is
any
that weird?
real common out. Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I was as big as her, and now look at me.
Oh, wait, boss, were you supposed to get bigger?
I don't know. I don't know how big my people are.
Who are your people?
You?
yeah, I am. And look at me. I have the shortest out of everybody. And
Yeah,
I
but
think
you're also
life
the
is great.
cutest.
Oh, you. Oh, you. You're just a peach. But careful. Not nibble
Okay.
on peaches.
Okay. Okay. All right. Clearly, my hyper focus on what we have lost is not getting us anywhere because they're not lining up. There doesn't seem to be like a commonality amongst them.
Nope.
They're all
Nope.
weird and intangible, and
Yep.
we have
They're all
names.
very different.
But we
So,
now have names of 3 hags.
yep. They're quite the
We know
lore drop, if you will.
Oh, and one of us learned that not only is Prismeer shattered, but there's like infighting between the 3 hags that has split
Yes,
it.
Cormac would
Okay.
have made that clear.
run them against each
Yep.
other.
And we learned from our tree friend that we need to talk to Witch and Light, that they have been less than honest with us about their knowing how to get to Prismeer.
And we can get their favor by ensuring that we capture this bloody bird thing. What's that race called again?
Did have a
Kenku.
Kenku, thank you.
Kenku?
We got to
Kenku.
find a Kenku.
Find the
All right.
Kenku.
Where are we looking next for this
Eliwick.
Kenku?
I had wanted to talk to Palasha, but Eliwick said that the Kenku's been active on this side of the carnival. And the Kenku has already, if we assume that the Kenku was the gnomish person that gave Featherine a blowout, and the only place left that we haven't checked is your dragonflies, Dawn.
We also have
Alright.
We're
not
right here if
physically
we
been
wanna
to the Hall of Illusions, for the record.
Well,
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
said
but I'm
there
talking
was
about this side.
no. Yeah, well, when
Yes, this
when
is
I
also true.
asked the tree friend, whose name seems to escape me
Northwind.
all of us, Northwind. When I asked Northwind, he said there wasn't anything going on and that my dragonflies were just fine. Do they look fine? Is the ride running as expected?
Should I add the words so far?
Ah, I see.
Mm.
How high did
But
they fly? Can we get a good view from them maybe? Or maybe just take a look around, make us feel better?
They tend to
let me go inspect some harnesses,
you
because
would you would know from experience that they without any steering will hover at a height of about 20 feet off the ground. So not terribly high, but not terribly low either. So enough to get a clear view of a crowd, but without losing like details because they're so high off the ground, right? So, um, yeah. Anyways, you
Yeah,
wanted to
I'll
go.
just go do a little harness inspection,
Yeah, I
make
mean,
sure everybody's equipment's in order.
yeah, I mean, there's someone's taking over for you for the day. Um, I'll just say it's one of the hands that typically floats around and knows a little bit of everything. Um, let's see. So, yeah, if you just start looking, they were just like, oh, you see this. We'll say he's a human man, and I'm gonna name him Doug, but like with just DUG.
Hey,
Uh,
Doug, how my boys doing?
Hi there, Dawn. Hi, everything's fine.
Can we just do a quick flyby inspection for me? Do you mind?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. If you just write, if you're doing it on official business, I don't gotta punch your ticket.
Great, great. I'm just gonna. My friends here. Just
Or do
how
they
much?
want to ride?
Yeah, let's just get everybody on and have them all just check out the harnesses all at once. Get this inspection done in a heartbeat.
Roll a persuasion check to avoid ticket punches.
Persuasion. Oh yeah, +6. 14 plus 6 is dirty 20.
Yeah, You just Doug is clearly like very harried by this task of dealing with dragonflies, and he's just like, oh yeah, sure. You're gonna, yeah, they're with you. Oh, okay, like official business. Okay, are they gonna come work for the carnival too?
We're thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's like an interview situation, I'd say, yeah, you're probably just fine without the ticket punch. Sure.
So I'm just gonna start like step in front of him and start waving down my dragonflies and just
It
calling them
just
all down to the dock
Yeah, they
and
all
help whoever's
immediately.
on them off and then put Ebony on one first and pretend to show her what she needs to be inspecting during flight.
Yeah, so like all 8 dragonflies that are normally in flight, kind of you're summoned to they immediately come to you and offload whoever was flying around, and you get your pick of whichever ones you want. I don't have a Unlike the snails, I don't really have a delineation of them, but you can, by all means, if you want to name any of them, you certainly can.
I
I'll leave it up
don't
to you.
I don't personally find it necessary to name them. I'm sure they have names. I simply don't know them, and that's all right with me.
Perfect.
And putting
They don't
people
care. They're
on them.
dragonflies. All right. So you get everybody on a dragonfly. You help get them all strapped in, and you on the other 3, a few other people have their ticket punched, and there's a to take up the remaining 3 dragonflies. Uh, the ones that are going to leave, right before you do. So yeah, when it's time, your dragonflies will alight. Let's see. So right as you start flying, like they start to kind of go into their pre-programmed flight as they go down the line towards the other end. They just fly over the thoroughfare, and they kind of do like a figure 8 as they fly over the carnival. Uh, but it doesn't take long. You're not far from where you start when, as you're ascending, there is this shout of alarm from a nearby lily pad out in the water, uh, not far from the edge of the land here. But uh, one of the dragonflies carrying one of the visitors, not one of you, uh, takes off in a weird direction, heading in a direction that isn't normal for the flight pattern. With one of the normal patrons, a middle-aged dwarf with a bright blue beard. Isn't quite been fastened in yet. Doug was still working on it when it takes off a little prematurely. Give me a perception check, everybody.
Oh no. I just rolled a nat 1.
Well, let me.
It's 5.
Okay. What do we got? Okay. And Ebony, you got 7. Yeah, you got 15. And Don got a natural 1. Okay. All right. So
there.
as you start to
Macro?
like your dragonflies start to ascend a little bit, none of you clock the source of what happened, what caused that dragonfly to prematurely lift off. But Stripes, Cormac. Yeah, Cormac, what did you roll for a perception check? For I Cormac, are you muted?
Helps to not have your microphone muted. You are correct. 9.
9. 9. You do
Level
not.
1. Level 1.
Level 1. However, Stripes being the complete head on a swivel, any little bits of sound and motion immediately get clocked by Stripes in the moment, and you see a little black bird-looking person in a cloak that is now jumping off the lily pad and making their way into the thoroughfare um, at the moment.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you have a dwarf that is barely hanging on is climbing higher and higher and higher. The dwarf is hanging on to the loose straps that are the only thing keeping him from falling off. What do you guys do?
I want to chase the Kenku, but I gotta go help the dwarf.
Well,
I can't let a patron fall. That would be bad for
Did
morale.
I with my sad little nat 1, did I even hear the uh, discomfort
you
or holler?
you probably didn't notice the shout. All you see in front of you, though, and you'd recognize it immediately, is that patron is not properly strapped in, and it's a huge safety risk to that patron. What do you do?
Um,
So
And
Stripes is the
we.
only one who clocked the Kenku at the moment. Everyone else,
Okay.
everyone else is
Right, yeah,
focused on, at least at this initial moment. 4 of you see a guy in distress.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm just
Stripes
gonna
sees that
hunker
and
down and
a
try
sword.
and direct my dragonfly to fly over so I can, like, maybe, I don't know, hop off and hop onto that one or something.
Give me an animal handling check, and and because this is like your bread and butter, I'm gonna give you advantage. You handle these things every day. I'll give you advantage on an animal handling check
Oh,
to
I'm
try and
so
steer
grateful for
your
that.
dragonfly.
14. Otherwise, it
14.
would have been a 4.
Okay.
My dice do not love me
Yeah.
today.
Anyone's gonna help try and make sure the dwarf is safe. Give me an animal handling check, please. If I don't know what Stripes is doing, but if you want to
Uh,
try and clock the Kenku, you need to use an animal handling check to make sure that you're able to kind of keep an eye on them to in order to keep them in view.
I was gonna say, can Stripes kind of like, can I, having clocked which way the Kenku is headed, can I just kind of derail the flight path of my dragonfly to?
If you can
trying
pass
to
an
hunt
animal handling
this
check,
thing
you
down.
if you pass an animal handling check, you absolutely can.
Okay, yeah, probably not. That's a
You do
9.
you have a D4 at your disposal to add to your roll, I think. I don't know if you've used it already.
I have no idea. I don't believe so. I don't even remember getting one. 2 plus 4, so that makes it 13.
Okay. So I had two different DCs. One was if you're not trying to catch up with the dwarf, you had to beat a 14. Cormac, did you try? What is Cormac trying to do?
Well, I'm probably also more worried about the patron than the bird, so I'm probably going to try and catch up to the
Yeah, give me
fellow
an
person and
give me an animal
yeah.
handling check to see if you can do it. Right now, Don is the only one who's able to wrangle their dragonfly. Everyone else is not able to. But
I've been fucking great with animals this whole time. 22.
yes, so Cormac and
Nice.
Don, you're able to get on either side of the dwarf, and you're able to redirect that dragonfly back down towards the landing pad. You're calming the dwarf's dragon, and you're able to get it back successfully. Successfully. Actually, I'm sorry. You're able to get your. There's more than one check. You got your dragonfly off course successfully, as did you. You needed to beat a 12 to get off course.
So we pulled
So
alongside the dwarf, and now what?
now you have to try and calm down that one with a
Okay.
separate animal handling check. So Cormac and Don, I need you to give me an animal hand check. Don, you have advantage because you know these dragonflies very well.
19.
I rolled another 22.
That's
Nice.
fabulous.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, you're able to guide the. Now, for real, you're able to calm down the dragonfly, guide it back to the lily pad down at the ground. Meanwhile, Ebony and Aggie's are just kind of going on their normal pre-programmed route, uh, which is a quick buzz around. But by the time that you get this
Dragonflies are like trail horses. They're slow on the way out and quite quick on the way back to the barn.
exactly. So then there's Stripes. You were able to control your dragonfly to kind of clock the Kenku successfully. I will say the mood would have gone down, but you saved the day, and it goes back up to the tippy top with that action, thanks to
Nice.
Dawn and Cormac. Now we have Stripes is able to kind of keep over the Kenku. The Kenku, I think, is seeing the being followed by the dragonfly is trying to weave between tents and stuff. But the rest of you, once you jump off, what do you guys do? So we have a slight head start with Stripes is keeping tabs. You can kind of hear the thrumming of Stripes' dragonfly off the distance towards the feasting orchard as the Kenku's trying to make its way back that way. What do you guys do?
If I can catch
Gonna
the fact that,
follow.
yeah, Stripes is on after something important and whatnot, I guess I would try my best to follow. I don't know how with the whole river there, but we try.
The river.
It looks like a river.
Well, this is just your thing. It's
Okay.
not.
Well, I would
It's
still
not
try to follow
physically where you
best.
are.
Okay. I would try to best follow on foot.
Okay. You
We cut
regroup
through the
with
hedges.
Aggie, Cormac, and Dawn. All of you, four of you. You can kind of. I don't know what Stripes is doing, but you can hear the dragonfly going off that direction.
Yeah,
Tell me.
I'm hoping to like hunt him down on the dragonfly.
Okay. Well, give me another animal handling check to see if you can swoop down on the Kenku.
And is it apparent to Dawn that the one you said I had to calm it down?
Yes.
So it's apparent to Dawn that like that dragonfly was spooked and that's why it went off course?
Uh, it was spooked. Yes, from your animal handling, you would understand that something spooked the dragonfly, but because of
Um,
your perception check earlier, you don't really know why.
and I'm a little concerned about this blue-bearded dwarf then.
He's calming down. He's calming down, but
He's not the cause of the problem?
he no, as far as you know, it took off without him being fully seated yet, fully
Okay.
situated.
Okay, so he's truly a victim
He's
of
just like,
whatever
oh, thank you.
happened. Okay.
He's very grateful for your help.
And can we
Oh, thank
tell
you.
that Stripes is in control of his dragonfly?
um,
That it's not also
roll.
veering off course in a panic?
I'd say, boy,
I
I'll let
mean,
you
I'm happy
choose
to
if you
roll
want.
insight or something.
I suppose it could be insight or perception to see if it looks like you can kind of. Does it look like Stripes is in control, or insight would kind of give you maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, perception and insight are the same for me, so unfortunately it's an 8. This dice is in jail.
A 17 perception.
17 perception, or for you, Aggie. Uh, Aggie, you kind of peer at Stripes is like so far like looks completely locked in. Does not seem to be flailing or in any way indicating that the dragonfly has got a mind of its own right now. It seems to bank when Stripes leans and is able to. It seems to have an erratic path, but it looks like it's trying to follow somebody who's having an erratic path
Okay.
from your perspective. So how do you try and catch up with Stripes? Which way do you go?
Being a hand, can we like cut behind tents and through hedges,
Oh
like
yeah,
leading
yeah, yeah. You can
friends in
definitely
the general direction?
yeah. There is kind of like the social contract of not just like cutting through spaces that are obviously not marked walkway areas or boardwalks.
And
Yeah,
aim
sure.
for a point in front of him, like because he's clearly going a specific direction. So,
Yeah,
like
it's
trying
not
to
a straight line by
calculate,
any means. It's not a straight line by any means. Um, let's see. So back to Stripes. Stripes to try and swoop down on this Kenku. Give me another animal handling check, please.
A third one.
Yes, please. Oh, sorry. What was the second one? I asked you for one already.
Second one was a 19.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're able to like when you pick the right moment, you're able to get this dragonfly down and like you're able to swoop when you pick the right moment. Uh, pretty much wherever
Nice.
you want. So, let's say that happens. What do you do? What happens? What is your plan here? You're able to control the dragonfly however you see fit.
Dive
Um,
bomb him, jump off and grab him.
y- yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, get as close to like over top of him as I can. Um, Try to probably uh swoop in front of him and then dive bomb off the um dragonfly onto this thing. This
Okay.
Kenku.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me. If you're dive bombing off it, give me an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah. Oh, natural 20 for 25.
Absolutely amazing. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, why don't you explain how you pounce on this Kenku like a cat on a bird, IRL.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. In real
you
life.
put as much stank
Exactly
on it as you
that.
want. Yeah, okay. So you literally just like pause first, front pause first, dive bombing down, not a care in the world, and you just kind of you immediately land on top of this. It's about half your size. It's a Kenku. They're not terribly big. Uh, it looks a little like this. I didn't put it in the thing. Although I probably could. I did have a picture. I'll do it for the YouTubes as well. How about that?
For the YouTubes.
Oh, YouTube.
But yeah, I think
It's a Kenku.
it would have been like he clocked this thing. He managed to control the dragonfly along the erratic ass path that he was taking, and figuring out somehow magically with one eye on the one brain cell what path would be best to get ahead of him so that he could spin the dragonfly to be angled back toward the rides so that when he jumps off of it and just tackles this thing, that the dragonfly would potentially, hopefully, presumably just head back to its ride area afterward.
Yeah. So you the dragonfly pretty much is on autopilot, is able to take care of itself. Yeah, you land on the Kenku and immediately it like knocks the wind out of out of this Kenku. It just kind of lays there a little dazed, like wondering what the hell just happened. Uh, as the gang catches up, it doesn't take long uh, before you can hear the footsteps of your friends coming up behind you as you are like sitting on this Kenku, who's a little dazed and a little out of it at the moment still. Uh, okay, so how do you handle this?
Hmm.
Me,
Yeah, if
I'm
you want to
gonna
start
try
because
to.
obviously you have the first chance to talk to the Kenku here.
Got it. So yeah, I've pounced on him. I'm holding him down on the ground. I'm like, so hi, I'm Z. Don't freak out. But maybe freak out. You're causing trouble and doing bad things, and why? And stop it.
And it just sort of it like kind of shakes the daze out of its eyes and it just says, "Who are you?" In a
I
voice
just
that
said I'm
is
Z. The
yes.
voice is weird.
The voice is obviously doesn't seem like it belongs to this Kenku. And unlike in the moment, the voice doesn't seem like so you would probably understand that Kenku typically, when they mimic voices, are like pre-recordings,
Yeah.
phrases. This one is so far the first sentence out of its mouth seems to be not a pre-recording, but the voice definitely doesn't seem right. It's just like, okay, Z, what do you want? You got me.
Yeah, I know. I'm on top of you. Um,
Oh boy.
what do I want? What do you want? Why are you causing trouble?
Trouble? Me? They'd be lucky if that's the only thing I was causing. Good, good. Yeah, at this point, like
Um,
your friends come running up.
okay,
All you
good.
see, all you see is Stripes talking to this Kenku, and the Kenku. You see they're clearly having a little exchange here. Uh, they both look confused.
Yes, which is pretty par for the course for Z, but
Anyways, yeah. Does anyone want to take over the questioning?
You.
Feel
Lord.
like I have
Why are
talked
you?
way too much in this session.
Why are you causing trouble?
Oh. It's a long story. As you hear this voice, definitely deep, silky voice.
Does it
Well,
Is the
actually,
voice
yes, this voice would be familiar to you. To you as well, Stripes, and
shit?
to you as well, Don. This voice
You
sounds like
recognize the
Candlefoot.
voice?
Yeah, it sounds like Candlefoot. You've heard Candlefoot speak before.
He first session.
Candlefoot.
He lost his voice. He's a mime.
But he could definitely talk. But now, yeah.
Ebony learned the rumor about him and Palasha and did tell us in the following session.
So he's like, it's a long story. If you
That
really must
story have
know,
anything?
what's that?
Does that story have anything to do with Zabilna? I just want
And
to. I say that name, and I'm just going to look at and see if there's any reaction, like trying to insight this.
yeah, sure. Let's see.
Plus
What's
one.
your modifier? +1. It is a mixed reaction. Hard to tell exactly. Clock the precise nature of the reaction, but I would say the name was recognized by the Kenku. You know that much, but the nature of the reaction is a little murky to you. And he just says, "Yes, I know that name. Many years ago, I made a Fey pact with Zabilna, the Archfey, which you seem to be familiar with, but she rules the Feywild domain of Prismere, if you've ever heard of it. So, but it seems like something is amiss. I'm convinced of it. Something is amiss with
A lot
my
of people haven't been
patron.
hearing from her lately.
And yes, well, as a warlock under that pact with Zabilna, I sensed that she was no longer in touch with me. Very disconcerting, as you might imagine if you had such a pact. Uh, I went here to question the carnival owners about Prismere. I'd heard a rumor that there was a way to get there, and that they might know something. Uh, but they kept giving me the cold shoulder. But I am positive they know more than they're letting on. In fact, during my last visit earlier today, I overheard them talking in their wagon. And then you hear she sort of opens her mouth, and you can see you hear the agitated voice of Mr. Light. Someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. And then you follow by Mr. Witch's calm, firm. We agreed to this pact. Our hands are forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return we stay in business. That is what you want, right? So, having heard this, it's clear that they know more than what's being let on. And so I decided to cause some trouble in the carnival, and I'm not going to stop until they divulge what they know about Zabilna and Prismere. Sorry, that was meant to be in the Kenku voice, not in Mr. Light. Getting a little carried away.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I missed some of what he overheard. So one of them said somebody's going to find out and shut us
Yeah.
down.
So Mr.
And the
Light
other
said,
one said, our hands are tied. We have to do this.
our hands were forced, but our eyes were open.
And he
You
said
let
that coven with the
the
hags.
coven take what they want, and they can stay in business.
And so the Kenku, says like, so I'm going to just keep making trouble until they divulge what I want to know about Zabilna and Prismere. In fact, unfortunately, I can't even go there if I want to. Under the terms of my pact with Zabilna, I could never set foot in Prismere. But I need to know what's going on. By the way, the name's Kettlesteam. What's yours? I do that in the voice again. I meant to do it in the silky voice of Candlefoot. I keep doing high-pitched voices for Kenkus. So yeah, my name's Kettlesteam. What's yours?
I'm Aggie.
Kettlesteam, yes.
Oh, steam from a
And
kettle.
then, like,
That's
with
so
a,
cute.
as if to punctuate it, you hear like the high pitched whistle. I can't do it with my mouth, but
Ah,
the sound of a percolating kettle is emitted by by kettle steam.
nice, 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 nice. It's like, well,
Anyways,
I already told you, I'm Z.
yes,
He's
we're acquainted.
still on top of this Kenku.
Well, yes, we've met. If you don't mind, I'm not. If it's too much to ask to, you know, be off of me, please.
And he's just gonna look at Aggie like, and then at
What?
Dawn like, do I
Aggie
should I
will
get
kind
up?
of move around so we're spread out and kind of circling the Kenku and maybe blocking off an escape route. But yeah, like you can let him up maybe.
But yes, yeah. So continuing in Candlefoot's voice is like, yeah. So I'm sorry if I'm causing mischief and mayhem, but I believe I'm owed some information, given the fact that they do in fact have that information. What is it to you all? Why do you care?
No, I incited the specifically the reaction to the name initially, but like I'm still trying to get a bead on how possibly trustworthy this person is.
Another inside check.
Yeah, +1.
He seems very trustworthy to you. Does not seem like Kettlesteam is putting on any like given the story. He's been very transparent about motive and what she I guess technically she's been doing uh ever since. So it's not like she's being that shadowy. She seems to be pretty forthright. As I was
When
saying,
you catch more
why do
flies
you
with honey.
why would you care? Why what of it? You know Zabilna, clearly. What do you know about Zabilna?
Just heard about her tonight. There's been some
From who? Who's
unnerving
telling you
things
about Zabilna?
happening. There've been some unnerving things happening at the here at the carnival.
It does seem like there's a
Actually
lot
spoke to
going on. Sorry, go ahead.
we didn't do any eavesdropping, but we did have a few words with Mr.'s Witch and Light. Apparently, this Zabilna person is the patron of the carnival itself.
Precisely, that's why I came here for answers.
And
But
like I said, you catch more flies with honey rather than causing trouble. We had
I tried being polite. They just rebuffed me.
well, Mr.'s Light and Witch are not the only people around here. This is our home, and I learned a few things about my home that I didn't know. Um, and that this Sibilna person might be in trouble, and that there's apparently a portal to Prismeer
Trouble?
somewhere around here.
You think Zabilna's in trouble? What do you mean?
Heard a rumor that she's Frozen in time?
I see. Well,
I think at this point, Dawn's going to spill the beans about the hags and the Prismere's been split into three parts,
Yeah, Hourglass Coven.
and the hags have taken something from each of us.
Yeah,
so you're all quite involved in this.
Indeed.
apparently.
Huh. Well, that is interesting. I thought I was more or less the only one who cared about what happened to Isabella.
So it's been suggested that we could get Mr. Witch and Light to cooperate with a little bit of thievery and blackmail,
And
which we were reticent to participate in, but I'm a little less reticent now.
you're saying this to Kettlestein?
To the Kenku, yeah.
Yeah. And like Kettlestein immediately like brightens. It's like, yes, 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 yes. That's. I think the best way, if we are going to get you to Prismere, the only thing they understand is leverage. It seems. I thought that my way of doing leverage was going to work, but apparently it just ensured that you pay me a visit and corner me. So yes, I think if we steal Mr. Light's Witchlight vein, we could use that as leverage to blackmail them. Oh my goodness, animals. We can blackmail them into showing us the way to Prismere, or rather you. Like I said, I cannot go with you. Uh, However you want to do that, I'm happy to be of assistance in any way that I can be. I will cease being a thorn in their side if that means increasing the odds that you are able to get to perhaps closer to Mr. Light. Uh, Maybe at or well, we could also go for
The end of the night.
Mr. Witch's watch, maybe. But at the end, yes, the monarch, the crowning of the monarch festival, celebration, we might be able to do something then.
We keep the mood of the carnival up. They might hopefully let down their guard, and then amongst the excitement of the crowning of the monarch, maybe we do a little tasting thing.
I think that will work. Yes, the best time right now they're in their whatever they call it, the state, their coach, their quarters. They aren't going there. There's no way. There's going to be no way to distract them. But if we do it when they're focused on the crowd or they have other things going on, so many things going on, I think that would be the perfect time. Do you have others involved in this plot?
I can't remember. There was somebody, one of the guards in the staff area. Your
Burley
memory is
did.
hazy.
Burley?
It was Burley. That's his name. He suggested it, but he doesn't want to be involved. I mean, he's pretty loyal to Mistress Witch and Light, but he's more worried about the carnival, I think, which I get the feeling.
Well, yeah, there might be some other allies you can maybe win over to something, I suppose. Well,
Was
as
that
much
gnome?
the gnome,
There's a gnome wandering around.
if you say so. There's lots of gnomes running
Um,
around.
she seems to know about the situation, and she's also investigating Zabilna. She doesn't have a ticket, but
Neither do
I
I. These are forgeries. You can tell that the wings on the Kenku are definitely poorly drawn compared to like the nice fabric ones that you guys
oh, I
all have.
see.
This was very much yeah, just
Forgery.
at a forgery. At a quick glance, you might not question it, but if you look closer, it's like, no, that's definitely not a
Uh-huh.
butterfly wing.
That makes sense.
I am a little concerned. I don't think any of us have mentioned it yet, but your voice is very familiar.
Oh, yes. Yes. That poor sap was in the middle of, I think, trying to propose to somebody. I might have ruined that.
Why would you do that?
Mayhem, my dear. I'm trying to get the. Though I was trying to force the mood to be down, and nothing quite brings down the mood like a proposal gone wrong. But if it will help with ensuring our alliance stays put, she, I should say, reaches into her little satchel and she withdraws this corn husk doll with a thorny stem tied around its neck. And yeah, uh, give me give me. It's like his voice is so useful, though. I must say, having such a fluid voice. Um, give me a anyone who wants to try to put him over the line. Give me a persuasion or intimidation check to get Cattle Steam to part ways with Candlefoot's voice, or at least to part with the doll.
Persuasion,
Yeah,
since we're kind of going along the track of, hey, we're trying to work together here.
is
And I think
Cormac going to
Aggie
do
would
it?
make the
Is Cormac better at
argument that,
intimidation?
hey, let's.
Cormac is not even going to begin to think about attempting to be persuasive, and so he is just going
Okay,
to shut the fuck up because all he will do is intimidate, even if he tries to be
perfect.
nice.
Okay,
Mhm.
is Ebony weighing in on this?
I'm not sure Ebony knows enough other than she's little.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's see. You got 17 and a 16. So after talking and all this, she,
I mean, you did say you were going to give up the mayhem.
and she sighs. Just all right. Let me have a couple more sentences with this, and then as she starts taking the thorn stem, untying it from the doll, and just kind of tossing the thorn and handing you the corn husk doll. Go ahead and add a trinket to whoever wants to. Add a little trinket of a corn husk doll to your inventory.
I'll have Aggie do that.
Okay.
And now the Kelsteam now is saying, "Let me know when the plan's ready. I'll be waiting."
I have no idea what we're doing next. Are we going to go talk to
Well, I
Burley
guess we've got
next?
some
I'd say,
time to kill.
probably before taking the thorn thing off, Kelsim recommends, go see the lad and tell him his voice is back, and then takes the thorn thing off.
We are all avoiding the Hall of Illusions, which is where that dude is.
Yes.
Well,
You don't have to go into
we've
them.
got good news to impart.
You don't have to go into the Hall of Illusions. You just have to be. Well, you know that Candlefoot was outside, sort of like manning the booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Give me.
and then like before that, before you blink and you see the Kenku just sort of like, you know, pass a hand in front of, and now Kettle Steam is now a like a dwarf man with black hair, and
Oh,
just
he
kind of
is
does.
the dwarf.
Huh?
She. She
She,
is the dwarf that messed with the swan.
it
The
would. Well, you didn't ask, but most likely, you might say, causing mayhem around. Yeah, most likely the culprit.
Okay.
So yeah, he just sort of whistles and wanders off into the crowd, and there we go. So I know it's 11:40, but do you want to go see Candlefoot first?
I'm down with that, and then call it a night after Candlefoot.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
What we'll do is what I'll do is we'll, as you get to the Hall of Illusions, we'll move into the last full hour before the crowning of the Witchlight.
Okay.
Um, let's see. So you bolt on over, passing everything to the Hall of Illusions, where you know where Candlefoot would be. Um, there is, as you approach the Hall of Illusions, a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in kind of like stereotypical witch's attire and a green flowing cape that's hovering inside a glass cabinet, as you can kind of see down here. At the top of the cabinet, a sign reads, "Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter." And
Mhm.
a halfling couple holds hands as they approach the glass cabinet as you're like walking up. One of the halflings is wearing butterfly face paint, and all of a sudden he drops to one knee and pulls a small box out of his pocket, and his sweetheart bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground. uh, the halfling, in the male halfling who's took the knee with the face paint, begins sobbing and darts into the nearby tent, running by Candlefoot, who was trying to get his ticket to punch it, but he runs into the hall without punching his ticket. Um, give me anyone who's now is born witness, obviously. All of you roll me a history check.
Not. Oh. I was going to say I'm not good at history, but it's a natural 20 plus 1.
Nice, nice. Nat one, Aggie. Okay. 11. Ebony. Calculating. Wow. Five. Wow. These are. I hope these are. You guys have had a lot of low rolls tonight. Seems like. Cormac, history check.
He is. Oh. Well, it's not as bad as it technically could be. I thought this was a negative modifier. 1. Natural 1.
Okay.
2 nat
So,
1s
and a
and a
natural.
natural 20.
So Dawn, yeah. You've heard a lot of stories, and you recall that just from maybe you've never really paid attention. Maybe this place has always unnerved you a little bit. But just looking at the box with the name, you know that Tasha was one of those names reputedly used by uh, the Witch Queen that was actually named Igwilv. And she was this legendary archmage. Um, and as you look at this, how close do you get to the mannequin?
Um, does the person laughing look incapacitated?
Uh, yeah,
You said they fell down. Is she
yeah,
unconscious
she's
now?
she's a little incapacitated about this. But as you approach, like she starts to like get up. Um,
I mean, if she seems distressed or harmed by the experience, I would go to comfort.
yeah, she does sort of like sit up after like laughing her lungs out. Um, she just says like, "Oh, oh, Reuben, no, 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 no." And she's like, "Could you help him? Could you go get him? He ran in there. Oh, that took me. I don't know what happened to me. All of a sudden, I just couldn't stop laughing. It was hideous."
It was hideous.
Let's
I would
let's
get
let's
close
just get away
enough
from the
to,
case.
yeah, I would get close enough to put a hand on the halfling and sort of scooch her away from
Okay, fair
the
enough.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right, fair enough. You able to get her away, and you turn to the Hall of Illusions. It's a large tent painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color, very psychedelic. The helical stripes of the tent's pointed canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seemed designed to befuddle onlookers. You see this. At first glance, it looks like essentially a clown of sorts. Not like Thaco though. Not quite as overt as Thaco. This one is more dressed in muted garb and standing at the tent's entrance, blinking at you. You would know this to be Candlefoot, and Candlefoot uh, just starts to sign at you, like just in mouthing the word "sorry." It just sort of is uh, signing. Cormac, you would understand that
Indeed.
exactly what he's signing. Um,
What's he saying, roughly?
it's this thing. Uh, Hold on. It skips around.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. Um, Looking kind of at you guys, uh, noticing that three of you work for the carnival, he kind of points at the three of you, Dawn, Stripes, and Aggie. It starts and just is signing and mouthing like and somewhat miming at the same time as signing is, could you go chase him and get him back to punch his ticket?
But
I must stay out here.
you should be able to talk now.
And
Try
he
saying
looks at
something.
testing. What? What? My voice is back. How could
Yet,
this be?
long
How'd,
story.
how'd you
There was
know?
a troublemaker. Was a troublemaker. We caught him. You're good now.
Oh, oh, that's great news. Oh no, I need to do something. But can you go get him out of there, please, if you don't mind? Just run in and get him. Uh, he shouldn't be in there without punching the ticket.
Can you punch my ticket twice? Once for me and once for him?
No, no,
Does
that's
that
not how
count?
this works.
Okay. Shit.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to give chase to him,
I am not
or does
going in.
anyone want to give chase to him? What's that?
Yeah, Z will dart in after him.
Okay. Punching a ticket, I assume.
I'll go in
Yeah,
too.
I'll punch my ticket.
I
Okay.
am not going in. I had terrible experiences with illusions last time. I
Cormac
am
is
not
like,
going in. I will gladly
He's
stand out
having
here and speak
flashbacks
to
of
the friend.
werewolves and hags and
Nope.
pitchforks
You
of
keep
crowds.
this young
It's just-
halfling
Stay
company. We'll
stay
go.
with her at the entrance in case he comes out before us.
Okay.
Let's see.
Is Ebony
You
coming in?
Ebony is going in, it sounds like, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So you run in there, and the hall is there's tall mirrors that line the interior walls of the tent. The mirrors near the entrance reflect onlookers in their youth. Ebony, yours look exactly the same as what you do. It looks to you like a regular mirror. Not that your fellow. Well, actually, I guess it wouldn't matter. Anybody who's looking at anybody else's reflection would see them in their youth too. So anybody who's looking at Dawn and Aggie, right? Aggie's going in? No, Stripes. I'm sorry, Stripes is going in.
Everyone
Aggie
but
came in too.
Cormac.
Everyone but
Point
Cormac. Oh,
of
I'm sorry.
contention. Wouldn't I at least look older, but just the same?
I would say, yeah, your skin and your hair look obviously younger, but yeah, your overall are the same. But everyone else is shorter, younger looking. The differences are much more stark, but for you, you look the same almost, with the exception of some details. Uh,
Look at that. I
and
was thin.
yeah, and then as you go a little bit deeper, the images grow steadily older until the mirrors deep in the hall reflect onlookers that are more in their twilight years now. So I'd say for those of you who are not in your twilight years, what would you look like?
Quick question.
Yes.
For those that are in Twilight, what do they look like?
Do I look like myself in my
I,
60s?
I guess so like you would see yourself steadily progressing towards your current age.
Okay.
As obviously everyone else would probably bypasses. It's proportional. Uh, so depending on your particular species, I don't know if Z species ages the same as everyone else or not, but yeah. So yeah, Aggie looks yep very different. So then as you start to age, eventually you get to the point where you recognize the person in the mirror, Dawn, but everyone else is looking at people who are not are much further along than their current age, perhaps. So the question is, what do you all look like as you approach Dawn's age and beyond? How does Dawn look when she gets beyond?
I think just a little more gray.
A little more gray.
Maybe a little more rotund.
What about Ebony? How does Ebony look when she gets older?
Um, I'm trying to think of the character because I got a picture in my head, but it is Frisball City, almost on the verge of like Afro, gray salt and pepper hair.
Very good. Excellent.
I'm
I'm
picturing the
not sure. Yeah, I feel like I almost
have
can think of.
fun storming the castle. What's the wife's name?
Oh,
I'm
That
not a witch,
actress.
I'm
What
your
is her
wife.
name? I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. That one. That's what I was picturing. Yeah, exactly.
oh, yeah, from
Her.
Princess Bride. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
That's how I envision Ebony in her later years.
Perfect. Okay. How does Aggie look in her twilight years?
Hair
And Stripes.
gone like a steely, silvery gray. Aggie's kind of got a prominent nose, like like a Middle Eastern like art nose, and just she looks tall and thin, and there's like a weird uh stiffness to her posture, and like she's looking down her nose at at people, and she real Aggie sees this and looks disturbed by it and keeps walking.
And Stripes? I mean, I gave you a suggestion in the gift chat here, but we'll just,
Yeah, that's pretty close to what I'm thinking, but obviously still orange tabby vibes
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
coloring.
Maybe a little
Little
faded
extra
orange.
white in the face.
Sure.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. A little bit of flavor here. Uh, let's
But I'm less
see.
interested in these mirrors and more interested in finding this guy.
Of course, but you're looking and you
Yes,
can't help but like.
absolutely.
Uh, so you're in here. I need everyone to give me a perception check, please, in here.
Rolling like shit tonight. Somebody roll better.
Oh, no, apparently Ebony's gorgeous in her old age. And very perceptive in her current age.
Nat 20. Damn. And a 15. And
Oh, sorry, paying attention.
Stripes was
The
what?
only time all night my dice has rolled above the 10. So we're good.
Not bad. What was Stripes roll?
14.
14. Cool.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So I'd say Dawn and Ebony. You're able to clock this Reuben fella. Out of the corner of your eye, you see him kind of back towards the youthful side of the mirrors. You see him gazing worriedly into a mirror from the angle that you catch him at. Then, as you get a little bit closer, the two of you see a little girl in a pig mask in the pane of the mirror on the other side, whispering. You see, a whispering happening to the reflection of the halfling, the youthful reflection. But as you get a little closer, she looks up, sees you, and poof, she disappears off into the black beyond in the reflection of the mirror.
Oh, no.
And Reuben sort of snaps out of it, and he just said, "Oh, that was weird." Whew. Uh, he just looks at you all. You know, he looks a little out of it still, like a little unsteady on his feet. It's like, did you see a girl in a pig mask?
Yes, I did. Did she just walk into the mirror? Is that what you said?
She was in the mirror.
Oh, she was in the mirror altogether.
Yeah, yeah. She was whispering to my reflection.
Did you hear it?
She asked me if I had any regrets, and if I did, she knew someone who could help me. I just had to follow her. Well, that was weird. Anyway, uh,
Oh, your girlfriend's outside. She was under a spell. She didn't laugh at your proposal.
oh, oh, I
So
thought she
And
was.
just
Oh, how embarrassing.
just out of curiosity, I caught which way the pig mask went.
She went into the mirror
she was
deeper.
already in she was in the
She
mirror
she
and
was
then she
in the
went
mirror.
further
Yeah,
away from the mirror, like
yeah. Like
deeper.
when you first saw him, he was looking in the mirror, and then as you got a little closer, you could see what he was looking at in the mirror, and it wasn't just his youthful reflection. It was this little girl in a pig mask was whispering to his reflection, but in the mirror.
And then
I'm
And
she
then she
trying.
just
Okay, so what I'm trying to picture. God help me, I'm going to test your Harry Potter trivia here.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
The portraits. Is
Yes.
it like fading into the background, like walking that way, or like panning into the portrait next to it?
Like fading into the background,
Okay.
like if there was like an inky black mist in the background of the mirror behind the reflection, behind what you're seeing, it just
I'm going to go very gently touch a mirror.
you walk over to it and tap it. It's like any other mirror. It's hard. It's certainly not a window or
not a portal to Prismere.
not a portal to Prismere as far as you can
Ah, damn
tell.
it.
Yeah, it's a mirror.
Oh, okay. So we can't physically follow, even though she said that the
Uh,
pig girl said for her to follow?
if you push on that mirror surface, and yeah, it's pretty solid.
Okay.
There's something funky was happening there, definitely, but you're not sure what. I mean, you could try and guess, uh, but yeah, if you wanted to try and ascertain to what that could be, I'd let you roll an Arcana check if anyone wants to. A nat 20. Do you get a nat 20? You suck. I got a dirty 20. You got a dirty 20 with stripes. Okay, so what's your modifier for Arcana? 4, 24. Okay. I did not. I did have this set to a higher than 20 DC. Not 25. I did have it set to 22. To be pretty damn difficult. Whoa, I see. Oh, nice. Sorry, I'm reading. So, okay, Ebony, you put your hand on this mirror, and you really kind of lean into your senses, and you try to like project your mind, your insight, your analytical side of you into the mirror to try and figure out what would how would it work that something could be on the other side of this mirror and be talking to somebody on this side through their reflection. And you reach out to the mirror, and something from the Feywild reaches back.
Uh-oh.
There's
Not
gonna be a fight in this building, and I'm not there.
no. It's
Ugh.
not not necessarily like a person, but you, for the first time in many years, it's like feeling a familiar breeze of the
It's
right
home.
temperature. What's that?
It's home.
It is the sense like it's like it is like the first time you walk into that house that you grew up in, and all those smells hit you at the same time, and you immediately are taken back. It's like that from, but in a sense of in an arcana sense. Uh, Ebony, there is a way to get to the Feywild through this mirror, but you don't have the right key to do it. It is not as simple as pushing yourself up against the mirror. There is something that you have to do to unlock this doorway, as it were. And that little girl in a pig mask knows how to do it, but you don't. But you are standing at the thinnest line there is between this world and Prismere. It's so close you can taste it.
It's it's here. But I can't get through. But it feels like home.
The mirror feels like home.
Not eh, come here or stand next to me.
Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stand and look at myself in this mirror next to her.
Can't you feel it? It doesn't.
What's the check required to feel it?
It was an Arcana check to dig into it.
13.
13. Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, I was gonna say a guidance it, but
whoa. I mean, you could do that, but
Well, I suppose I
it's
could guide myself.
you could guide yourself, but you can only benefit from, I think, one guidance at a time.
Once before the cell, you can add a d4. So add a d4. 3 plus 12 is 15
does she get advantage
plus.
because I'm like trying to describe what she's looking for?
It's 16. After the guidance, it's 16.
I would say,
I'm giving her like the help action.
okay, with the help action, you'll have advantage.
Okay. 17 plus 3 plus
It's 20.
1.
Bless you.
So 22.
22 is exactly what you needed. So with Ebony's help, she puts her hand on yours, and it's like a conduit that your magic is like being guided by the magic that Ebony is tapped into. And being that she seems to have such a connection to the Feywild, you can almost feel that sense, that part of you that reaches out whenever you're trying to understand something magical. When you're really trying to understand it, from a how it works on an Arcana side, and you can feel it too. It's different for you because you have never been to Prismere, so to you, it's like unnerving to some degree because it feels like all of a sudden you're standing on the other side of a very thin glass wall, and on the other side is like a whole nother world, and you can feel that gap being so thin, and you can almost feel how it must feel to stand on the other side. The have a detect magic, so maybe if somebody, uh, I'd say it's a little different. You're just feeling out like the vibe of this mirror and how the Arcana check being that good, you can kind of feel like it's almost like standing on the other side of an aquarium wall. Even though you can't see what's on the other side, you can kind of have a sense of what it is. It's almost like you're getting a sense of the temperature of the water and the current on the other side. It just you you can tell there's something on the other side, and it's not a mirror. It's not the other
Okay.
side of the mirror. There's something there.
Okay.
There's so
The veil is thin right here. I could
the
tell.
veil is thin. Yes. It's startling to you because it is kind of weird. It's almost like you almost get a little dizzy for it. It's almost like vertigo because all of a sudden it's like the depth of something beyond that which it shouldn't be, and you're aware of it.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, outside, Cormac Candlefoot is giving you his whole life story.
I am more than willing to listen, and in fact,
It,
probably partway through the conversation, if at some point while he's waffling he would like to, Cormac is more than willing to switch completely to sign language.
he does that sort of out of like Candlefoot can certainly do that out of he realizes he's like just babbling and babbling and babbling, but he's excited and he's like almost getting a little hoarse, and he realizes like he's just explaining how much he loves Palasha and just is excited. He wants to once you fish out that guy, and he's a little worried because sometimes the Hall of Illusions people can be in there for a long time, and sometimes other things happen in the Hall of Illusions, and he's not sure what it is, but it gives him a weird vibe, and he's not really happy to be there manning it because if something happens, he has to go in there to save them, and he's really happy you guys came along, so he didn't have to do it. And boy, he really can't wait to. He's doing this completely silently in signing.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I hope Palasha hasn't like, you know, didn't think it was because I, you know, didn't like her or love her anymore, and blah blah. Um, and yeah, and eventually, after a little bit of time, assuming the rest of you don't do anything else, it's up to you. Is there anything else you want to do in the Hall of Illusions?
It feels like we figured out that this is the door, but we don't have the key.
Yep, that's the safest way to put it.
So we're going to go find a key.
Well,
Get this
okay,
guy back to his girlfriend, get him to propose, and then go find the key.
super. Yeah. So you guys emerge, and Candlefoot's like, "Oh, come with me. Come with me. Come with me to Palasha, and I'd like you to just to be my witnesses and make sure that nothing else happens. Would you mind? I mean, would you mind?"
Happy to help.
So, yeah,
But
um,
this young man has to propose to his woman first.
yeah, absolutely. He is on his way as soon as I find the section that talks about that. Uh,
No, I meant the halfling.
oh, the Hab. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Here, little
Ruben
guy,
comes.
there's your
I
girl.
totally
She's
forgot
not
about Ruben.
laughing now.
Ruben,
Let's
Ruben,
go.
Ruben, and Ruben comes like running out with ahead of you guys, and he runs over to his darling. It just says, "Ween, I'm sorry. I thought you were laughing at me." And she's just like, "Oh, you silly dolt! No, oh, that was whatever that thing is," and pointing at that box. Um, and he just gets down, slides down on one knee, and it was like, will you marry me? Will you be my forever?" And she's just like, "Oh, Ruben, of course. Oh, I love you so much." And they embrace each other, and Candlefoot looking at this is like, "Okay, can we do me now?"
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
My turn,
Okay,
my turn, my turn,
Congratulations.
my
like, yeah,
turn.
yeah, yeah,
Bye.
yeah. Congrats. Hope, yeah. I'm about to do the same thing. Bye. And he just doesn't care. He's like, yeah, the Hall of Illusions, and he puts like a closed for, be back in 10. Like a sign. And he goes running, almost running, sprinting down the way towards Silver Song Lake. let's see. I need to find. There it is. So, yeah. So he's running over to the lake with you guys. Uh, you see, there's like two different things going on at the same time. When you get to Silver, I already explain how Palasha. There's like a how it works over here at Silver Song Lake. I don't know if I did.
No.
I don't know.
I don't
So
think we've been over there yet.
no, you're right. You're right.
We
You
just
haven't.
talked to the swan and that's it, but not to Palasha's
Right.
deal over there.
So, as you make your way over to Silver Song Lake, a mist is gathering at the banks of the shimmering lake. Near its center, there's this mermaid lounging in a giant bowl, singing. As you get closer, the tune becomes more clear. There's this glorious, haunting song that captivates spectators and over on the lake shore. And in response to her voice, you see the lake water coalescing into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. Um, and this amazing show of water control that she's using, and she's like spinning inside the bowl. This is what she looks like.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Um, and so the yeah, Candlefoot comes running over. Mm, 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 uh, perfect. Yeah, he runs over. It just says Palasha, Palasha, and she kind of like in her bowl just starts looking out over it, hearing his voice, and you hear her voice kind of like uh piercing through the water in this very melodic voice, just like Candlefoot, my love, are you okay? Your voice is back. And Candlefoot just runs over down the dock towards the end of the where the bowl is, and he just like says, "I'm so sorry about earlier. My voice was stolen, I guess, but these fine people, these fine people here, uh, have totally saved my voice, and so I can do what I meant to do earlier." And he gets down onto one knee, and he has his own ring with a pearl on it, and just says, "Palasha, ever since I've met you, you charm my heart. I love spending time with you. Uh, I see all the stuff in you that you see in me. I think we could be happy here at this carnival forever." And she just sort of like is like beaming inside the bowl, and she leans up against the glass and just says, "Of course, my love." And she kind of like comes. She's able to like extract herself from the bowl and kind of go down into the lake and come up to the dock, and they embrace. Uh, and if it wasn't for the fact that the mood tracker is already very high, I would boost it up even more. You guys have been very good with the mood tracker. And Candlefoot turns to and Palasha, "And you are to thank for saving my love's voice, my dear. I know you. You are Dawn and Aggie and Stripes. I know you because you always are chasing the fish and the smaller swans, not the big swans, the smaller swans. But you two I do not recognize, but I thank you all the same. Oh, it was so. I felt so bad for Candlefoot, my love. He was so embarrassed, and I think I knew what he was trying to do, but you could imagine the embarrassment. If there's anything we can do for you, And Cannibal says, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to show you some, acting skills here, if you'd like. I can give you a little acting tips to improve some things, if you'd like. Um, but yeah, what she said. If you guys need any help with anything, just ask.
I don't know what to ask for.
If you need any help with something, just ask.
Anything?
We
Anything.
might need a
We
distraction this evening.
you've saved our love, our upcoming marriage, anything. We'll do whatever we can to help
Hold that thought. We'll be back.
you. Hold, please.
Once we figure out a plan, we will come back and tell you your part in it.
Oh, well,
Did Ebony
okay.
have something to say?
No, that worked.
All right.
Sorry.
And at the earliest opportunity, Candlefoot insists on giving you all an acting lesson. We'll just say he's going to give you all like little pointers on acting, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, it won't take long. He'll give you a little crash course on acting 101. All of you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
At this point, you have gained allies on several fronts. You have, through a very difficult role that my wife was so good at to roll, found technically where you got to go, or at least what you think you have to do, or where you have to go. At this point, you have technically cracked the case of the Kenku. So now all you have to do is bide your time until the Monarch crowning event. So you have, assuming more punches to use to enjoy your night, I might recommend some things that you have not touched yet. That
We're
I think
listening.
in terms of things that you have hit all the things that don't have a super like a prize or something you can gain. I would recommend engaging in the small stalls games to try and win some prizes.
Is that on the map?
No, technically not. It
Ah,
is
okay.
kind of spread around, but each game has a ticket punch. Technically, the Calliope is something you haven't really visited yet per se.
I thought we did.
Uh, the Calliope itself, you've been by it a bunch, but you haven't actually like
Engaged with it.
engaged in whatever it is there is to be there. It's up to you. That won't take long per se. So technically, you could close out. The only thing that you couldn't really do is go on the gondola swan ride, which would take a full hour. But other than that, you could do the Calliope and some small stalls, and you could basically round out the night here.
All right.
Unless and you want to do some planning for the heist, that's up to you as well. But you could do that while playing some games.
All right. So next session, we start with the Calliope and then the small stalls and heist planning.
Yep, and the Calliope if you want. I'll throw that in there.
Have some little chats with each other in between while we plan our heist.
Yep, and just so you know, I'll give you like a preview here of the small stalls. There are 6 different carnival games, all tied to a different key ability. You have Al Mirage Ring Toss for if you like dexterity, Catch the Dragon by the Tail for wisdom, Gnome Poetry Contest for charisma, Goblin Wrestling for strength, Guess the Number of Feathers if you want intelligence, and Outstare the Cyclops for constitution. So you can choose what you want later. but just putting it out there.
Was any of those charisma? Sorry.
Yes,
Goblin
a
poetry.
gnome poetry contest.
Oh, gnome poetry. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm very tired.
That'd be the one Dawn's gonna try.
Sound the chimes, time to rhyme. Bring the poem, we'll bring the gnome. So you could
I'll
even
try and write a poem between
there you
now and the
go.
next session.
Perfect. There you go. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. If you want to do a charisma based challenge, write a poem. That's your homework.
All right.
Doesn't have to be crazy long. It's a best of 5 poetry contest too.
Do I have to write 5 poems?
Well, like I said, you can keep 'em very short and sweet if you want. And in the end, they're all based off of a performance role, so doesn't have to
Okay.
be good. It doesn't have to be objectively good.
All
You don't have to bring me to tears.
right. Maybe I'll make use of GPT and ask for some haikus
Sure.
and limericks. I'll figure it out.
Perfect.
I'll
Alright.
have some stuff ready.
Perfect.
Well done.
Calliope first, small stalls, and
any
planning a heist. Yep. That sounds like a way to round out this, and then we'll hit the monarch, the crowning of the Witchlight monarch, and the heist.
do we have any roll perception for spooky shit before the end of the evening?
Do you want one?
Now, I'd rather no, but if you have one to offer,
I was tempted to do in the Hall of Illusions, but you had a lot going on. I think I wanted to get you to a certain point before the end of the session. But that's okay because I had a lot of options that I could drop things in, and a good moment didn't seem to strike because you guys were on the money on some pretty key things here. So who knows? Maybe next time. Maybe next time. And if something, or maybe I'll put another post credit scene in the in the chat. No, probably not. Ain't seen shit.
I mean, Z rolled. I went ahead and rolled. It was a 17, but
Was that?
I went ahead and rolled. It was a 17, so I don't know
Oh,
if.
I rolled for.
My perception
Oh, just
roll
perception.
was a 12.
Oh, I mean, if you roll high enough, maybe I'll give you a little something.
I only did a 12.
Yeah, perception.
10.
So used to wisdomous characters, and Aggie is not particularly wisdomous.
Yeah, you guys are. We got charisma down on this party, but unfortunately, none of your rolls are quite high enough to hear or witness something that might be concerning. So don't worry about it.
Like Cormac is actively not looking out of the corner of his eyes.
It's like,
He's
yeah,
not looking between tents.
I am giving myself disadvantage on every perception check just to make sure. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Whew, that was a productive session. You guys, some very good lore drop. So you guys went from knowing not a lot to knowing a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Let that percolate.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there.
Alrighty. Well then.
And the conceit of the adventure starts to materialize. So, okay, well, we all have a good night, and see you later on. Until next time, Internet.
Till next time, Internet.
Good night, YouTube.
Good night, YouTube. Thank you very much, Will.
Good
No
night,
problem.
YouTube. And good night, everybody.